Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm your host, SCE, here on your stream, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. And for those who follow my show, TikTok's under APCS895. Welcome to Spiritual Encrypted Encounters Open Mic Night. We're talking about bulto, negros, darkshadows, portals. That's what we're talking about here tonight. Things that come out of where are these portals located on land? What causes these portals? Where things manifest through, come into reality, and live out of reality through these portals. That's what we'll be talking here tonight. It is open mic night here at Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Let me share out this link real quick to the groups that allow me to share on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. Here we go. Let me share it out real quick. See who we can get in here. How you doing, cousin Jesse? Punto Negros. That's what we knew when I was growing up of it being called. But let me get back to you. Just remember that. Bulto Negros. There's other names that people will call it. El Cucuy, El Chamuco, and many other various names. Maybe I'll drop a link in a moment so we can talk about this because they were called many different names through my childhood, and they would always appear when there was arguing or fighting, which me and my brother is not here tonight. We experience these things because we'll be fighting at nighttime. My mom will get mad and they will send us to the store, and she would say la cosa mala is another name for it. La cosa mala, the evil one's going to come after you, and we'll be laughing, walking out the door. She will send us to the store to buy something. But I'll get with y'all right now. Let me share out this link real quick. I mean, this live feed. I'm just getting you some of the names, and there's many other names that people call them. Okay, let me share this live out. Okay, let me share out this live feed real quick before we continue. Yeah, me and my brother, we was always be fighting, and my mom showed us a little bit of something because there were fights. Because we'd be fighting. I mean, we'd literally be fighting, throwing punches at each other. And that's when we would see it. There we go. We're all shared out. Who we got here? We got El Huayno, Primo Jesse here. Sorry, I was running a little bit late. We was at the hospital with my father-in-law. Then we ate late supper and stuff. So here we go. I'll drop a link right off the bat, dropping the link to see who wants to jump on here with me. It is open mic night tonight, where the subscribers, the viewers of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters can come on and share a story. I'll put the topic up there just to have something to talk about. Because I know people have seen things The question is, if you're witnessing it, where is it going to? And which I've seen various. But what I know now is a DDN, right? Somebody demonic Nephilim, and now that I talk about this, and I can relate to how people can give them names, such as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the natives, right? Bigfoot, Sasquatch, giving this bultoneiros, what we call bultoneiros, el chamuco, la cosa mala, because they're dark beings, right? That they can give them those kind of names, right? The evil ones. I think I've heard that one before too. Many different names that people give this entities or demons, right? They have many capabilities to deceive people. See, right here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, I don't give glory to none of these things, man. The only thing glory I give to is the Heavenly Father, but I will speak the truth about them. I'm not like that. There's other people that are going to try to bullshit you that they're flesh beings. I'm here going to tell you the spiritual truth because I got to bring the truth into light. And this is the names that I remember when I was growing up. I had a loved one that got attacked by one of these things, and it was in spirit form. It was not. It was in the butonado, which means dark shadow. It was massive dark shadow, huge, that attacked my grandfather when I was a kid. No, so I got two stories there that I can share with you, or I can share them later on. So we got the story, the one I said before, of at the beginning of when my mom would send us to the store when we would be fighting, and the one with my grandfather. I got two stories I can share with you. How you doing, Sage Cooley? How you doing here tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
Alrighty, brother. Alrighty.
I got a new headset with a new microphone, whole new setup. It's what is it called? It's called a Blackhawk V2X by Razer. So it's like a $70 headset.
Nice.
Yeah, I got blessed with that. Oh, feels great. It feels good not to have earbuds in my ear, and to be able to like talk and not have them like fall out of my ear and my voice not sound all super weird. Yeah.
So I put those topics there because I remember, man. Me and Sister Brenda, we're from a different time.
Oh, hey,
They're
it's
from the
Brenda.
freaking '60s. I was born in the '60s. I don't know what year Sister Brenda was born. Probably in the
67.
'60s also. So we've seen these things. You got to remember some of the things that were happening back in the '60s. There was a lot of division. No different than what is now. Division dealing with racism back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
with hatred, anger. Man, hatred, anger, division attracts these things. It attracts these things because that's what they feed off of. That kind of energy. I
Hmm.
Can
think
you
uh, I think you're echoing.
can you hear me, Abe?
Yes, I can hear you, Sister Brenda.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I did it again. I forgot to turn off the TV.
Yeah, I was hearing something in the background.
Okay, I think we're good now.
So that's the reason I put those topics there because I was like, okay, we're gonna have open mic, but what can we talk about? And then I started remembering these things, from my childhood when me and my brother would fight. I mean, we'd be fighting with their fist. He'll hit me, I'll hit him back. You punch me in the face, I'll punch him back in the face, and we could hear our mom telling us to stop, and we'd just be throwing, going at it, me and my brother. And he was way bigger than I was, and because I was skinny, he was 2 years older than me, so I was defend myself, we'd be throwing punches, and then my mother's like, "Okay, you want to be fighting? Okay," and she would tell us, "If you keep on fighting, la cosa mala is gonna come." And we're like, "There's no cosa mala. There's no cosa mala," which means evil one. translation, evil one, and we'll be throwing punches. And I say, okay, that's it. She'll give us some money. Go to the store. We'll say, go get me this. I guess she was trying to teach us a lesson. We were like laughing. They ain't no cosa mala, and she'll be like, "You'll see huercos cabrones." So you're gonna find. So she said, "You're gonna see huerco cabrones por andar peleando for fighting. You're gonna find out." And she sent us, because I guess if you're fighting inside your home in the house, well, then the Guatemala can come inside the house. The evil one can come inside your home because you're leaving it open. And you're like, me and my brother will walk out after we'll be beating the crap out of each other. Like we get in the bike. At that time, it was those banana seat bikes, with a banana seat.
Yeah.
And I'll be riding back, and my brother, because he was bigger, he'd be paddling. And we're like, we get up pedaling out through the main gate, through the door. Those fences that are linked.
Yeah.
They have like the little horse on it, or the little like a dog or something on top. And as soon he's riding the bike, and I'm holding on to him in the back. We were laughing, right? After beating the crap out of each other, we're riding the bike and stuff. And next thing you know, as soon as we hit the street, out of the yard, the evil one wasn't as big as we thought it was, right? I guess it's going to appear to you, maybe to your age or whatever, right? But
Yeah.
we would see it running. It would come out. It looked like a dark shadow figure. It had red eyes, and it looked like it was like a goat like a creature, but it was all black. It had like little horns and everything. And we'd be riding it, and it's like it's following us. My brother's looking and he's pedaling, pedal faster. And freaking it's catching up to us, he's moving, and he's running behind us. But we noticed that when we get to we were past the light, the the thing would stay away from the light, but we're going to the darkness. So we went to the store. We got the thing of gum, the pack of gum.
Yeah.
As we got the pack of gum, me and my brother we're like, fuck, how are we gonna do it, bro? And after fighting, we're like, how are we gonna do it? How are we gonna do it to make it back home? So well, I noticed that when he was running after us, when we got to the light, it went into the darkness. I said, well, let's stick into the light. So everywhere we see light, we stick in the light. Avoid the darkness, but stick to the light. So when we went back down the street, we were sticking in the light, and the freaking light pole gave out. There was a light pole
Yeah.
in the middle of the block. It gave out. So what we're gonna do? So we'll get on, and I'm gonna pedal through it real fast to get to the light. Man, we started paddling through it. The dark little thing, shadow figure or whatever, it came out through the darkness and started chasing us. And
Oh.
it still came through the light, and you could see the dark shadow figure again in the light. And my brother was pedaling, and we got near the home in front of the yard. He bailed. He said, he said, jump. But by the time he said jump, it was too late. I fell with a freaking bike, a roll on the freaking grass and stuff, dirt and rocks. And my brother's already running and opening the door, and I'm over here out in the front yard still with a little thing coming at me. And I get up and I bolt inside the house. And then my mom's like, she's laughing. And she said, I told you that Guatemala was going to come for you. I hope you learn your lesson.
Right.
Yeah.
But you guys just get in all kinds of trouble. Well, I'll tell you what. I woke up today, Abe, and my whole day has been a headache. So I get up, turn my computer on, my memory stick went out. So all it would turn on was the tower, the keyboard, the mic, and the mouse. It wouldn't turn my computer screens on. So I had to go in and get a loaner. So I have been sitting here all day since 3 o'clock this afternoon, trying to remember all my passwords, putting on Facebook, putting on YouTube. as you see in the chat, I'm under my actual name. I have to go locate my Beyond the Box again.
Wow.
I was like, oh my gosh. So they're going to get it fixed for me. But next month, I never got sent my laptop back. The one that I want to give to, that I was going to give to Jessie. She never sent it back. And now I need one, and I had planned on buying another. So next month I'm getting a new HP one, a Hewlett Packard. So I've got the laptop to be able to do some other stuff. So I'm still waiting for this whole other one, which was newer, to be sent to me. I have a headache about this big.
Yeah.
It's like, man, but I was going to tell you, seeing you were sitting there talking about that and shadow figures. So I had a dream last night, and it was the strangest thing ever. I was running around and I couldn't figure out why, but I had a shadow person following me everywhere in this dream. I went to the store. It followed me to the store. I ended up at like some kind of a fair, and it followed me there, and it wouldn't leave me alone. I kept trying to rebuke it. It would not leave me alone. So I went to this house, and I opened the door, and this shadow figure was in the door. And it looked at me, and all I heard was, "Thank you for bringing me home." And I woke up, and I was like looking around like, wait a minute. What did I do?
No, that's creepy.
It was weird. It was really weird. Lately, I've been having really weird dreams, and I don't even know why.
Sister Brenda, she lives. I used to live in Killeen, where Sister Brenda lives now.
Yeah.
I spent from 1991 to 2015 in Killeen, and while I was in the military, and when I got out of the military, I'll see all the activity in the neighborhoods, all the shadow figures, where they'll come ring your doorbell and there's nothing there. They'll bang on your door. You open the door, there's nobody out there. They'll do all kinds of crazy stuff, flickering of the lights inside your home. Just a lot of activity in Central Texas. I know in Fort Hood, definitely a lot of activity on Fort Hood. Central Texas there's a lot of used to be native land at one point in time. I think we have the oldest excavation site found. The oldest excavation found in Salado, Texas, around the world. So you could say the things that are around in this land, this shadow figures, shapeshifter skinwalkers that we notice, because they're of a different time. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of activity in Central Texas.
Well, my daughter sent me this pair of night goggles that comes with the USB port, a memory stick, to where I can go out and it'll focus in on like stars and different things around. It's got night vision in it, and I can record with them, and I can also snap photos with.
Come on, Rebel, we're trying to get you here. I'm trying to put Rebel on the camera, but it don't want to show him. It done hit me up for 3 treats. I'm closing up this little door.
See?
Yeah, he always does that. Every time I go live, he's got to hit me up for a treat.
Yeah.
But you know what? I wouldn't even. Rebel's a pretty good dog. Rocky, though he's bigger than Rebel. He's pretty good, but I would not take him. I will not take him out there to the woods.
Yeah.
I won't take my animals out there, man. Because because there's other things out there that can happen.
Yeah.
You got coyotes out there. They might have rabies, and yeah, it's like they don't travel they travel in packs.
I think that if you ever took him, I'd put him on a harness so you can keep hold of him. And if you have a weapon, do you have a gun?
I can't say too much of what I have and what I don't
Okay.
have.
Well, I would take a
But
weapon just in case you ran into like the wild coyotes and all that. And if they came at you guys, all you got to do is shoot into the ground and they'll run. But
yeah,
because he wouldn't know, he would also be able to see and feel the things that you see too.
yeah.
So
I just don't want nothing like trying to attach itself to him because they can attach
true.
on just like they can attach on us. They attach on animals. I rather keep him in the safe zone and him warning me
Yeah,
from in here when he senses something.
that's
But
true.
yeah, you know, you just you know that's our pets. We love our pets, so
Yeah.
they're no different. They're no different than our family. You know, we love them. We got to protect them.
Yep. This is very true.
Because
So,
look, I've been out there, Sister Brenda, and these things, you know, this DDN that I call DDN, this dark shadow figures or whatever, shapeshifter skinwalkers, demons, uh, they can mimic the they mimic rebel when he whines, and I'm
yeah.
out there in the middle of nowhere, and I hear rebel whining like he
Oh
whines
wow.
here, and it's like
Wow.
okay, that's just my imagination. So as I'm walking there, I hear him making the same noise coming from some tree line, and I was like, okay, time to me for me to get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, but it mimicked rebels whining. There's a certain whine that he makes when he wants either to go outside or wants me to go get him. When he's locked inside the door, like
Yeah.
in the bedroom, he'll whine so I can go open the door. Especially if it's locked. That same sound that he makes, I heard it out there.
Yeah.
Just like many other sounds, like I've heard before in the past. Sounds of family members calling my name into the woods when they're not even out there. They're at the house. You know,
Hi,
just
Andres.
a lot of events like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Abe, hey, Sage, hey, Brian.
Hey.
So I do have this
Sasquatch.
shirt here of Sasquatch or Bigfoot. They say
You
he's
know.
elusive. They say he's elusive.
You know
The
that.
I think they got him confused. You see, the shirt also has a lot of little portals everywhere.
Yeah.
I think they
A
got him
Starry Night
confused.
painting.
You know, they got him
Wait,
confused.
isn't that a
That I
famous
believe,
painting by somebody?
Yeah, Starry Night
I was about to
by
Well.
say, because
Van
that
Gogh.
painting looks familiar.
Well, that Sasquatch on your shirt is better than most of the pictures I see that they try to come up with.
Oh yeah, yeah.
but you see the portals that are all over the shirt,
Yep.
Yeah.
Got on your arm, on your shoulders. Yeah.
and I can relate to what they are. Is like is Kosamala. That's what that is because he has
I
the
have a
ability to appear into a reality and disappear.
I have
See,
a
look,
big
Sister Brenda's wearing the alien
I
over
have a
there.
big alien.
Is that the black eyed children that people are talking about?
No, he's just a little green guy, I guess.
Yeah.
And my nightshirt. It
Hey,
was what?
I was about to say that I had something happen to me. Maybe a little over half an hour after the show on Tuesday happened. As I said on that live, I was gonna leave to take out the trash because it was a trash day, and I take it out early in the morning usually because
Yeah.
I don't. As I'm taking out the trash, I see a cloaked. I'm not talking as in wearing like the fabric cloak, more like it's cloaked within like the predator cloaking. I see a figure like that show up a little in front of me, like to the point I, in a sense, go past it if it was still there. And I'm thinking, what are the chances of me seeing that right after that live when I was more or less preaching about Jesus and how I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you were there, Abe. You were Sage. I'm not sure if you were because you left, but the guy felt that he lost his connection to Jesus, but that's not true. It's just the
Right.
fact that just because you don't feel close to him anymore doesn't mean it's gone. He's still there. You just have to call out to him. And I'm wondering if that had anything to do with me just seeing that. And I'm thinking, you're kidding me. It showed up a little after that the show ended. I'm wondering if that's like, okay, am I going down the right path, or are these things just revealing themselves to me, thinking it'll scare me or something? And I decided to just ignore it. So I'm
Yeah,
going.
I- I'm thinking that the guy that popped up here, it's not that he's lost his faith. It's that he's being spiritually attacked. He's being spiritually bonded.
I
That
wouldn't.
those negative attachments are making him think that way, putting
And
those thoughts in his mind. You know, that's part of being, how should I say it, secluded. You know, they want to keep you by yourself so they can continue the attack. You know, so basically what he got to do is, whatever reason he lost his faith in Jesus Christ, he needs to form the relationship back with him. Form the relationship with him and fight spiritually through Jesus Christ. That's the only way he's gonna become better. I don't know why he lost his faith, unless I don't know. But sometimes people want to try other things, right? Because
Yeah.
somebody's trying to lure him into the dark arts, into witchcraft, necromancy, and I don't know what happened to him, but seems like that's what the problem is there.
Yeah.
When you leave Jesus Christ out of the equation, but what's going to be there? Everything else.
yeah, I saw a brief description. I couldn't make out any features, but I could just make out the outline, like as most of the encounters I have with these cloaked beings. And this thing was definitely taller than me, at least around 6 foot tall, at the very least, because I'm 5'6", and it was about, and it reminded me of my uncle's height. But at the same time, this thing was, it was definitely muscular, like the kind you might expect off of, like the shoulders and everything. They were broad, but it still had a humany shape to it. I have no idea what it was. I didn't see like the head or anything, but I could definitely make out some of the torso and lower body, but not much.
Hmm.
Wait, there was just Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia.
Hello, Brother Abe. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Let's see if it
Hey,
leaves me
Cynthia.
on. Let's see if it lets me stay on. It already kicked me out.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know what happens. I know it just happens that way sometimes.
It hates me.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Brenda.
Yeah, I got a new tower. So now I know what the problem is with me coming on here and my camera. It's in my settings somewhere in my computer. Because this
Oh,
one, I didn't readjust any of the settings. So that's why it's letting me on.
oh, hey,
Huh.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, oh,
Oh,
kicked her off again.
it kicked her.
Well, let me see if I can recreate a different link.
Yeah, I went back and I listened to that live stream from Tuesday, the one that was like a 6-hour long live stream.
Oh
And
my!
I feel like a lot of people don't read the Bible enough to understand the significance of Jesus, of creation, of why we're here. So they do fall away from it. I
Well,
feel like people
yeah.
don't read the Bible, and one of his commandments is to study the Bible and feast on the scriptures. That's one of Jesus's and his apostles' commandments. That's one of the commandments that were handed down from prophets. You know, I feel like that's a big thing, because how can you be equipped to fight anything, any demons, if you don't understand
Yeah.
what the Savior did? You know.
And I'm so different, Sage, in that department, because when I read, well, not only do my eyes start getting really bad, but when I read something, I like have to read it over and over and over again till it sinks in. I guess I'm a little retarded or something. I don't know. But I have to do that. But what I have a lot of fun doing is I have a Geneva Bible, I have a Ethiopian Bible, and I have a regular Bible like the priests have, where it gives you scriptures on the side of the pages.
Yeah.
And it also translates Hebrew into English.
Yeah.
So I like going to different books in the Bible
That's
and
cool.
looking them up in the other Bibles and seeing how they may differ or their words may be
Uh-huh.
different. So, and when I do that and get creative with it, it sticks more in my head.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why, but it does.
Yes.
I got a Greek to English copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm investing into Ethiopian here soon. But yeah, I tell people, read your Bible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Above everything else, read your Bible.
Well,
How
I
you
know
doing,
the.
cousin Jesse?
Hi,
Hello.
Jesse.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Jesse.
Doing good. Frustrated. I have a loner. You know, I'm going to tell you, my hard drive and my other computer, I'm so mad that they had to send it away because all of my information is in there. Everything.
That man boy.
My medical
that
stuff,
sucks.
my
Oh,
credit
man.
card, my credit card information, everything is in that hard drive.
Hi.
You're going to see chats about Scooby snacks, and it's going to be called the Scooby Gate.
Yeah, Scooby Gate.
You really keep all that stuff on one laptop?
Well, because I have.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
You know,
no,
Cynthia again.
Cynthia.
Because I have my medical stuff on there, because I have a portal for my medical where I order my medications, and I have video visits with my doctor and all that stuff. And it's all on there. And my passwords were memorized where I just click on it and it sends me right in. Made it easier for me.
You don't
So,
like, do you keep anything in a notebook? Because that's what I sometimes do. Like, I write down my password, my username, all that stuff.
yeah.
Hey, Jesse.
You
Oh.
got a good
Yeah,
evening, Amber.
Jesse, seeing as how you came in, Beyond, where's your Scooby snack?
I know. I got
It's in the other computer.
in the other computer. It's in my heart, Jesse. It's in my heart. On the left
I
side.
keep getting kicked off.
I know, Cindy. Cynthia, what are you doing?
I'm laughing at you, Cynthia.
Not a dang thing. Shut up, Jesse.
Oh man.
So, Andreas, you got beings that are like out there when you take the trash. I've had dark shadow figures following me around in my dreams.
There goes Cynthia one more time.
got her in her computer. They're messing with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Booting her out. That's crazy.
Oh, Beyond, it's not the fact that I've had just the being after taking out the trash. I had I had something similar to a black big cat. I compare it to sometimes like a mountain lion or some kind of panther, some kind of like the kind you see in like the kind you see in the freaking Amazon jungle of that kind. I've seen that twice. Once in the backyard, and another time this thing literally appeared like a split second behind me as I was eating something.
Yeah.
And I'm going, yeah. So I've seen a few other things, and I've seen like some kind of fae or goblin thing peeking at me from the kitchen when I was sitting in the living room.
Oh.
Yeah, and some of that stuff was a while back, but I can understand what you mean. And in terms of you having like a dark figure, I don't remember anything like that was showing up to me, but I did have a dream of what appeared to be serpents, snakes, coiling themselves around me, wrapping themselves around me, and it looks like 2 or 3 of them were heading up towards my head. And yeah, that was a little horrifying, but at the same time I wasn't scared. I think I was more freaking, I don't know, either I was in shock or I was just numb or even mad, pissed because this was happening. And I either shouted with my physical mouth or your mind, one or the other, both at the same time, in the name of Jesus Christ. And next thing I knew, I wake up from that awful dream.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hello.
Did you get it?
Are you back?
Yeah,
You good?
let's see what's going on here.
So a few days ago, I had a dream about Susie. And we haven't talked in almost 2 months. There she went. And
It's
we haven't,
something. I don't know if she's using her phone or what, but
yeah,
something. She's got some app that probably shuts off her phone
yeah,
and it boots her out. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure.
They go
I'm
Cynthia
wondering if her
one more
screen
time.
turns off after so many seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The screen protector or whatever
Yeah.
that maybe she needs to turn it completely on so it could. I don't know. Something is booting her out,
yeah.
but it's not from my end.
Because I mean, even on this computer, when I got everything finally set, um, the screens kept going to sleep. And I was like, what are you doing? I had to go in my settings and change it from, going to sleep after so long. I had to put it all on never so it would stop turning off.
One more
So,
time, Cynthia.
Here we go again. I'm gonna be stubborn tonight.
right? But a few nights ago, I had a dream about Susie, and it kind of troubled me that she was in a very depressed state and that she needed help with something. There was something going on that she's been very aggravated with and very frustrated about. So
There goes Cynthia.
I did call her. I got sent directly to voicemail because I think she has me blocked there too. And I just told her that, I was thinking about her and hope everything was okay and give me a call whenever she was ready. So it's all I can do. But for me to have a dream about her that is a depressing thing, her and I used to dream and finish each other's dreams. We were really close. So I think that there is something going on with her right now, and I can't contact her. And all I can say is, I hope that it fixes itself or she takes care of it and things will be better. Um, so I don't know. Like I said, lately my dreams have been so weird. I don't know.
When it comes to the like dark shadow figures, back in 91, 92, I used to have a cat that the kids across the street took one eye out, and it would come in through the hole underneath the sink. And one night I was having one of those night dream moments where you can't move your body because you feel the spirit on your chest,
Yeah.
and I could see I was standing next to my body when from out of the sink from that hole came a bunch of shadow figures, and we started fighting. And the
Oh,
next thing you know, we crashed through the window, and we were out in the front yard. Now, and I was in the middle of a downhill back in that day. And from up the hill, a bunch of shadow figures were coming, and from down the hill, a bunch of shadow figures were coming. And from inside my house, a bunch of shadow figures were coming, so we were fighting.
oh
And
wow.
I managed to roll off the bed and wake up, and that's how that dream ended. I
Yeah.
uh, I hurt myself because I rolled off the bed, but I managed to wake myself up.
I I've had dreams where I have actually swung in my dreams, and I'd swung so hard my hand had gone over, and the frame of your bed right in between two of my knuckles. I hit it. And it hurt. It woke me up, and I had a big old bruise on my hand from it. So whatever I was fighting in that dream, I hit it hard, or I was trying to.
Yeah, that's funny. Back in 2016, 16, I was woken up by the sound of my ex-wife screaming, and I woke up to the picture of me holding her by her head and she holding with both her arms from her left hand.
Oh, jeez.
I guess I was punching her in my sleep.
That's crazy.
Cynthia came in and went out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just yeah. I don't know, something wrong on her side of the end, man. It's not us.
I wonder if if she has Wi-Fi on, maybe she should turn it off and try to just do it with the her
With
phone,
a, yeah,
internet. Or
uh,
if it's not on, maybe she should turn it on. Maybe that'll make a difference. One or the other.
Oh yeah, you swinging or reacting physically in a dream. I got a dream like that, except it's no Shadowman. If you guys want to hear
Yeah. That's what we're here for. It's open mic. Share your story.
it. All right, all right. This is a little ridiculous. Okay, what I'm about to say is gonna sound like something you hear like out of a freaking comic book. But have you guys know like the Marvel hero Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Batman, yeah.
Yeah, the guy where he shrinks. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
dreamt that I was randomly shrunk down to a small size, nowhere near as small as the guy does. At point,
Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
huh?
Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, something like
Or
that. But
Magic School Bus.
yeah, but
Okay.
ordinary small, but still make you wonder if it actually happened. Okay, what happened in the dream was I showed up, but for some reason I showed up in the living room, right where my mom sits. And as I was looking around, I noticed that everything was huge. And for some reason, I'm facing the other side of the couch, where the other armrest is, and I see what looked like some kind of it was some kind of snake at first that was slithering its way towards me. And as this thing was getting closer, it suddenly decided to lunge it at me, and I caught it. And instead of a snake, this thing turned into some kind of freaking. The best way to describe it was, you know how the iguana is.
Yeah.
Now its body changed, or in a sense stayed the way, but the tail became really long. I felt the tail wrap itself around my left arm, and the thing became some kind of mutant. It was starting to attack me, and this thing it grew really huge jaws as it's trying to chop my face off. I can feel it. It's like I can feel myself struggling against it. I don't know what happened in the dream because I was struck. And this is so weird for me. At some point in a dream, this thing tries to get a hold of me, but it doesn't. And then I wake up. I don't know what it is, but it freaked me out enough to the point I'm still fighting in my dream, and I wake up out of the dream, but I'm still fighting this thing. Except it's not the dream anymore; it's my pillow, and I'm still trying to fight this thing. Except I was laying face down. So imagine yourself fighting with your own freaking pillow, despite the fact it's not even alive; it's just a pillow. And I was sweating. I was in cold sweat, and then I realized what I was doing, and I stopped.
Wow.
And that's when I decided to look at the time on my clock. It was around 3 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Demonic hour.
Yeah, it was around that time. I'm going like, okay, was that a demonic dream I just had or what? Because
Mhm.
this thing was vicious. You like if I wasn't struggling against this thing, I was afraid I was gonna turn my face off.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know what it was, but it was definitely some kind of reptile.
That's uh that's the thing. Like when it comes to like stuff like that, my daughter and my then son-in-law used to live with me, and they slept in my room. And my son-in-law got up one night to go to the bathroom, and he saw a demon sleeping between me and my ex. And he asked it what it was, and he told her to be quiet. And he asked it again what it was, and he said it was me. When I got mad, I turned into it, and it did all the fighting for me. So I guess I turned into a thing before I got saved. Now I don't get mad anymore.
Yeah, I can understand that. I have put up a wall with feelings lately,
I dropped
which
another
has been good.
link right here just in case. I seen 5 people here right now, but I dropped another link. I think there was somebody else in the background that wanted to jump on. I think it was Notable. So Notable, if you're still here, radio Notable, you know, the guy with the light coming out of his eyes before.
Oh boy.
You know, it just those kind of side effects that he's got. It kind of throws off
Well,
because of all these lights. You know.
yeah,
Well, I'll
and
tell you what, man. I'll go
bad
back into the chat.
the bad.
Okay, Cynthia.
You're leaving.
I'm leaving. Bye bye.
All right,
Go in the
cousin.
chat. Bye.
Bye, Jesse.
But those lights, and the thing of it is, he has to be careful with that because somebody who has seizures, light movement like that, it's almost like
Yeah.
blinking lights, and it can cause. I know it was giving me a headache. I couldn't look at the screen. I just had to close my eyes and listen to what you guys were saying.
Yeah,
'Cause that-
Notable. If you want to jump on, man, put the side effects to the side, man. Just come on like us, because you know,
Like a filter. Or something.
even the viewers, it could affect the viewers if somebody has seizures.
Cynthia said, "I give up."
You're gonna give up so quick?
Cynthia, do you have your Wi-Fi on your phone? Yes
No.
or no?
I think I wish one of us could
Oh,
freaking
there went Sage Cooley.
stage. We lost you too. I wish one of us. I wish Brenda, you could be there with her to help her figure out some of her settings on her phone. Same thing with Dick Richards. Dick Richards tries to come on, but for some reason, like when he tries to, he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Okay, she said, yeah, it's crazy. Okay, turn it off and just use your internet from your phone. Don't have your Wi-Fi on.
That's what
Use
happens to
your
my
data.
sister.
Yeah.
She said
it could be your Wi-Fi doing that.
Oh wait, she said she turned it off. Oh, and it still did it? Man.
I don't know.
You know, if that starts happening, I'm just gonna like restart my phone and try again.
Yeah.
Yours is working. Andres is working.
Yeah, I'm on my iPhone.
Oh, you know.
Hey, radio, what's up?
Wait up, man.
There it is.
Yeah,
He needs to shut off those lights.
The background.
Yeah, because the people, some of the viewers might have epilepsy, and I don't want them to be triggered by that. You know. Las luces, si las puedes apagar porque los viewers van a tener epilepsy y can trigger it.
If he wants to use the background, he needs to use a still one. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, is it? I don't want if somebody has epilepsy, no creo que les pegue con las luces.
Entiendo.
Oh, Law's having problems with his too. Maybe it's just because lately everybody's been having problems. Internet, phones, all of that.
Yeah.
Well, the other day YouTube shut down.
Yeah.
In like I don't know how many countries. Many countries.
Yeah.
What's that now?
Yeah, I went to go live, and Glenn messaged me and said, "You're not going to be able to go live. YouTube's down." Well, then it went back up just before I went live, but after an hour and 27 minutes, it cut me again.
Oh, there it is.
I got cut again. So, well, that's pretty background.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But
sorry, I didn't mean to put these lights again.
Oh no, is it somebody could have epilepsy y las luces les pega el epilepsy si no están tomando medicinas. if not taking medicines, or it can trigger it. Like, luckily, I'm on medicines. I had because of the military, I had to take that from an accident I had out there.
Yeah.
I take my medicines in the morning and nighttime.
Okay.
That the lights from the fire engines and the cop lights can trigger it. The blinking
Yes.
lights from the roads can trigger it.
Oh yeah, epilepsy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
epilepsy.
Yeah.
And I think there's some viewers that have epilepsy. That's why I said if you could turn down for lights, because I don't want it to trigger it.
Yeah. I had medicine on me for that one night. Went into the club to go to work. I always have to take them in the clubs with all that. And somebody uh went into having a seizure, and after they were done, I said, You cannot be in here with these lights like this." And he's like, "I don't have a ride home." So I gave him one of mine so he wouldn't fall out again. But he was so
You know the
tired.
the strobe lights at the clubs, man. That can trigger it.
Hmm. Yep.
The disco lights, and all the lights, man.
Yeah.
That can trigger that.
So if you don't have medicine and you know it happens, don't go in
Thermal
there.
or
Don't go in there.
thermals. The thermal from the night vision can trigger it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe she got me one of those. They're binoculars with the thermal, but I can record and
Mm-hmm.
I can take pictures with it. And they're not real big either, and they're pretty lightweight, which kind of surprised me.
Oh wow.
They're just little things, and all my buttons are on top here, and it can zoom out. It's got the red and the green for night
For
vision. It's
for
got a both.
nighttime.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I figured
Hey, can
I
you
go
upload it
outside.
to YouTube or to your channel?
Yes, I can.
Does it have a port?
It's got a thumb drive, and I can record on the thumb drive and put the thumb drive in my computer and download whatever I get off of it.
Nice.
So I thought, well, that'll be cool. My daughter buys me things like that because she says, "Mom, you have no life and you're bored all the time." I'm like, "Well, not all the time. I'm a very busy person, but I never have any fun doing anything." So she got me these so I can go outside, and when I get my new chair, I'll be able to go out and go up and down the street. I'll be able to go into the park that's behind me and tootle around in there. So I figured, I can use these and maybe I can catch something really cool.
Yeah.
And I can look up at like all the stars and everything, and I can zoom in real good to the moon. I was looking at the thing on it, and it goes far. I'm like, well, I could probably see farther in the moon than we can get there.
Yeah.
Brenda, I have a question.
Yeah.
I feel that you know a lot of dreams, quote unquote dreams, and my question is very simple because I'm 43 years old. I don't have children or wife or whatever, but since almost 8 years ago, I have this exact same dream about me in this highway in the south of Chile, raining, like real storm raining, and I'm holding this baby, but she's covered in a blanket, and I see her little hand out the blankets, feeling the rain, and I uncover her face, and she's like this albino baby with the white eyelashes and all
Yeah.
the less hair. The little hair that she has is white, and she has blue eyes like mine. and I've been having this dream not many times in a row, but since 8 years ago until today, I've been having the same dream. So I I like the dream. Let me tell you that much. But I'm wondering because I feel that you have more knowledge about what could mean or represent, or but it's the same dream. Me walking in the highway, raining with this baby. That it's the same movement. It's the same choreography in the dream. It's not different places or whatever. It's the same exact
Yeah.
place and
You
like
have
the
a
same.
what do they call that? A rep uh
Repetitious or
repetitious dream over and over again. I have those. When I have those, though, I'll have them in threes, and they usually come true. Like when I was a young kid, I kept having this nightmare that it rained the night before. Me and my friends walked to school, and there was a big van, and all my friends started disappearing one by one. And in the van was this big guy that was bald. And I would wake up, and my mom would tell me it's only a dream, go back to sleep, it's okay. Well, one night it rained, and we went to walk to school, and I didn't want to go. So my mom had my stepdad drive us. And when we got to the corner, there was a big white van with a big bald guy in it who was staring down at us in the car. And it freaked me out. And so they had to take me home. I couldn't go to school that day. It really affected me. So a lot of times I'm careful. When I have a dream, by the second night, if I have the same exact dream, then I start wondering, okay, what's going on? And then if I have the third one, when I have the second one, if anybody else is involved in it, I'll usually call them and ask them what's going on. Are they okay? You know, because if I'm having a dream about something, that means something's going to happen. So I try to pay attention to it. But that dream that I had, it's the first time I ever had that. Spirits do not bother me. Um, Even black shadow figures. I've seen this stuff since I was 5, like Abe, since I was real young. So it doesn't bother me. They don't really scare me. What got me was it's like I had gone to this home at the end of the dream, and the black shadow figure said, "Thanks for bringing me home." And I don't know what home this was because it wasn't mine. So to me, I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, this spirit needed to find its home. And I basically somehow showed it where it was at. That is the only thing I'm getting out of it that makes any sense to me right now. So,
Okay.
The
Thank
spirit
you.
could have been using you as some kind of physical car in a sense, because you have to understand some spirits can't traverse certain lands or spaces, like how vampires can't go over running water, according to some myths. So it may have been using you as a type of latch on because it was using you to get to where it wanted to be, but it knew
yeah,
it couldn't go there for certain reasons, but you can.
yeah,
So it just used you as like the tunnel to get there.
and that's true. And I mean, I've had different things happen. I told you guys I have a doll that had an attachment, and the doll has been with me for a long time. And when I moved, she moved with us. So I've had this doll. Well, she came to me and told me she was ready to move on, so I helped her move on. Well, today she is back, which I don't know why. Um, she's been around me for years. She's not bad. She plays games, like she'll move things and I'll find them in a different place. I'm very particular. I have a spot for everything, even on my computer desk. I never move it. If I move it, it goes right back. Well, so when things come up missing off my desk, and I know my dogs don't have thumbs, so they're not doing it. Like when I come home, something will be moved or missing. And so, well, that happened today. So I think she's back. And I don't know why. Maybe she liked it here. I have no idea. But I'm glad I didn't get rid of the doll that she was attached to. She still sits here. So, and maybe that's just it. Maybe I need to move her on and then I need to get rid of the doll. Because apparently she's still attached to it. What, Abe?
No, I'm listening.
Hmm.
Yeah, the attachment might be on the doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
How you doing, Untrackable? How you doing today?
No.
What the heck?
It's my notification.
Could you change to something less creepy? Because that was weird.
Yeah. I used to go thrift store shopping, and there was a store right there by Elms Grove. There's a store right there. Used to be a boys club, and they built a thrift store. So one day I went over there, and there was this, those little ballerina boxes. It's got the ballerina, and you open it, and she spins.
Yeah.
And it was a nice one, and it had like 3 songs in it that they would play. So I bought it that day, and I took it home, and I was gonna go to sleep. He said maybe the music or let me get a good night's rest. That's when I was battling the dark shadow figures and all that in Elms Grove. So I winded it up and I just started letting it play. I wound it up a lot of times. So I started letting it play and I dozed off. And then when I woke up, something woke me up. I opened my eyes and I could see because I had my lamp on, I could see a woman standing over me. What do you call those Oriental women that have the makeup with the red lipstick?
Oh, the geisha girls?
Like
Like a
geisha.
geisha
Like
girl.
that? Or geisha? Yeah.
She
Yeah,
was
geisha.
she was looking at me. Like I was laying down, I could see her body and everything. And then, it's like she disappeared. And then I looked at the little freaking music boxes. Oh, hell no. I grabbed the music box the following day. I took it back and I put it back on the shelf, right? I put it back on the shelf. I don't want this. You can keep it. I put it back on the shelf. And when I put it back on the shelf, I'm walking back, because I had purchased something else. And that music box, like somebody tossed it at me. It came flying straight towards my face, but it ran out of velocity and it landed in front of me. The cashier was like, "Ooh, I guess something must not like you around here." And it was just me and the cashier there. Yeah, you got to be careful, with talking about objects that might have attachments on them.
Yeah. And I knew that this had an attachment when I picked it up because I had seen the doll, and she was really pretty. And I decided that, this woman was selling her. So I called her up and she told me how much it was, and it was a little too costly for me. And I said, can I ask you why you're selling it? She said, I just am. And no, I had a feeling something was wrong. So I told her, I said, well, I really don't have the money for that, but thank you anyways for talking to me. She goes, look, just come and get it. She did not want it in her house. And then she told me her keys would come up missing. This would come up missing. So I thought, okay, let me take this off of your hands, because if there's any kind of attachment, I can tell what type of attachment it is, and I can probably get rid of it. Well, when I got it, I found out, and it wasn't a bad thing. So I figured she'd move along whenever she was ready, but she hung out for a long time. And she would take my caregiver, if he took his shoes off and had nothing on his feet, he'd walk through the house, and when he'd stop at the fridge to fill up a drink, she would touch the top of his feet and freak him out. So he started wearing socks and house shoes around the house. He would not go barefooted in this house because she would rub his feet every time. And he would say, "Would you please tell her to stop that?" I would laugh because I thought it was funny. She was just messing with him. So, but I don't get afraid of things like that because I've been around them all my life, all of my life.
So how you doing, Untrackable?
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
I'm doing very well. If I could add to the story of being touched.
Yeah.
I'm a military man, or was.
What branch?
Well, thank you for your service, brother. I used to be military also.
Yeah.
In my hat, tanker. 19 kilos.
There was this thing called the Manchu Mile.
Manchu Mile.
And it was 25 miles through the hills of South Korea. And I can't say that the spirits that helped me, but I can't say that they didn't.
Was it when you had to experience it? Was it during the winter or summer? Well, normally it's cold in Korea, right?
It's I can't, I'd have to look back at the documentation to think about it, but in the moment, I was food service. I was a cook. I was a 92 Golf.
Okay.
But
yeah, well,
there was 4 of us. And there might have been 100 or 200 infantrymen and other people as well. But we were the only ones that within our section got 100% completion. Because you think about it, it's like if you get 4 dudes and they all complete it, that's 100%. But if you have 100 plus dudes and one of them doesn't complete it, well, then you don't have 100%, do you?
Yeah.
It was a very long walk.
So this is like a road march. Like you have to complete the course. And how many miles is it?
25 miles.
25 miles. Rucksack and all geared out.
Yeah. But the thing was that, the tradition is about that, these people traveled this distance and then they fought. Whereas we traveled this distance and we were dead. Like we couldn't walk anymore.
Well, is it a big mountain range? No.
It's an up and a down.
Yeah, up and a down.
It's an up and a down and around and hey, let's take a break and change your socks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Eat a banana. That's amazing.
So what'd you witness out there, brother? Was this road march, was it during the day or nighttime?
We saluted the flag to say goodnight. And then we did the entire thing throughout the night.
So you witnessed things out there in the darkness. Any disembodied voices or shadow figures that you might have seen out there while you were doing the march?
I personally, you know, I witnessed some things that encouraged me. I
Like, for
did my best.
example, spirits.
Yeah, just
Don't be afraid to talk about it here, man. Everybody on
Yeah.
this
Yeah, man,
panel right
that's what
here
we
has
talk
their own
about here, man.
experience.
Spiritual encrypted income. We're talking about,
well,
things that are
it
out there that I used to see things all the time when I was in the army on Fort Hood. That's why I was
it
stationed on Fort Hood. I've seen things in Germany. That was my
well
first duty station. So yeah, I've seen all
it,
kinds of things out there in the field as a tanker. I've seen the dark shadow figures that are out there on Fort Hood and all the ranges, all the way to Clabber Creek. They're
it
out there, and of course, activity. People want to say Bigfoot, but in Central Texas here is a lot of shapeshifter skinwalker activity. I've caught in pictures. I got a picture of a freaking witch, man.
Yeah.
Here, a video
Yeah.
that I
it,
captured. So
it
you
wasn't.
no, nobody's
Uh,
gonna judge you here, man. You can speak whatever you
can I
want.
can I can I say something?
Yeah.
I think if I'm not telling what are you feeling, but to be afraid and to be scared, I think it's very healthy in some way. In fact, I think it's a very healthy exercise when nobody tells you anything about your fear, about what are you
Yeah,
afraid of, in terms of if you have this image of that provoke fear in you. I think it's an opportunity to realize what fear is exactly in the detail. When you are afraid of something, when you are really scared, um, there's always somebody telling you something, so you are distracted. But if you're alone, it's like to be afraid of the darkness. When I was little, I was afraid of darkness, so I punched the wall to go to the bathroom, and my parent woke up and turned on every light, and I went to the bathroom. But if you, how did I beat the darkness or the thing that I was afraid? It was because it was on a very personal exercise. Be by myself, to myself, nobody else, and to confront it. So I'm not telling you that it is wrong to hear other people's advices about it, but I think it's a very intimate, personal phenomenon that only you can process because nobody else can feel what you will feel when you trespass that border of fear. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
but
just
that's a long walk. 25 miles, man.
I, I still to this day. Okay, so that was 20 years ago. That was you could say it was a thing I did, but that was a very long walk, and nobody is guaranteed to make it. Like you have to uh, come within yourself. You have to pray every step of the way once it gets hard. But you only pray for some reason when it gets hard. And I now have been separated, uh, but I have a job to do now, and I I do the things, and I teach the others Like, hey, it, it it won't be so beautiful some days. Like, yeah, you are thankful to have a full-time job. You are thankful that you understand what you're doing, but it will not be easy every day. There will be days that are different than others. And there will be days where you really don't like your teammates. Um, but you keep driving on. Um, because you do what you do ultimately for you. And if you serve a bigger purpose then what you do for you is for your bigger purpose. Um, you know, don't forget your wife, don't forget your child, and protect yourself at all costs because you aren't any good if something happens to you. Safety first.
Yep.
So, taking that long walk back then taught me a lot about everything that I do now. Because even when I deal with my coworkers, and I feel like there's a bit of resentment or something like that. Like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm not here for you. I'm here for them. And I don't know who you have waiting at home, but you might want to think about them when you do what you do here. And that might make us better teammates. Uh, I I can't explain it to so many, and I'm sorry that I can't translate
Yeah, you're
to
gonna
them.
have the same mentality, the same mentality, the same drive in order to accomplish the mission. Everybody's got to be on the same level in order for whether it's offensive, defensive, or even the like the road march. Even you have to help out your friend just to make it. You gotta work as a team. You work as a unit. Work together in order for things to be accomplished.
I've even tried to. I've been called out, and that's fine. I tried to explain even to my boss, like, hey, I want them to be teammates. I I don't want them to look at me like uh like I depend on them, or that they are some sort of subordinate to me because they are not. No, they are my teammates. We should be equals. I want them to succeed. If they can be better than me, that is great. That is great in my eyes. Uh, we, are subordinate to the mission, but we have to hold hands to make it through each and every day. And each and every day is different. And, this is the mission. Put the mission first and then hold hands and then move on from there. But don't ever think that you're going to make your teammate happy. Uh, that's not what this is about. This is about business. This is about handling the mission. It's not about happiness. It, you know, uh, th- this is about making it home to the ones that you love, and if you don't handle this business, you could lose your job. How about that? And I don't want to see you lose your job. However, I cannot reduce myself to lose my job to help you keep yours. It's much different than a battle situation.
Yeah, it's about what your drive is, what your mission is, right? I remember, for example,
Well,
this month,
we don't.
like this month of the Battle of Medina Ridge happened. February 26th will be 35 years for me from when I was in war in the Battle of Medina Ridge. I lost contact with my family and friends. I did not write nobody no letters. I did not call anybody. At that time, there was no really nothing like that, because we paved the way for those that are out there now. But I would stay focused on the mission because I knew that it was a matter of life or death, being in the front lines. Which I was in the Battle of Medina Ridge. It was the biggest tank battle out there. And like I said, I lost contact with my family. If I got a letter from somebody, I would just throw in the trash because I wanted to stay focused on the mission. And I made it back. And just like that, it's like sometimes like I've gotten people like threats and stuff through messenger and stuff like that. I don't worry about that. I don't, just like I don't worry about the letters, I don't worry about the threats. The only thing I do is handle the situation accordingly to the level of the threat, right? In which at that point in time you have no choice but to do what you have to do in order to continue living, or should I say to keep your happiness, because that's what it is right now. There's a lot of things in place in society that's trying to stop you from your happiness or from the things how you want to be as an individual. They want to corrupt things within us, and there's so many like
And the last
relationship
thing,
with Jesus Christ. There's people that want you to go away from that. They want you to go away from prayer. They want you to go away from all that because the things that we're going to face is going to be things of the spirit that we're going to be battling. It's not even about the people. Yeah, there might be some people that might have a negative attachment come at you, but the battle that we've been fighting that's here right now is the unseen spiritual warfare battle, which is a battle of those that are awoken, that do have a relationship with Jesus Christ, with all the unseen forces, people that are dabbling in the dark arts, and you know they're called many names: the Legion, demons, the DDN, other things. That's what we're facing. People are getting they're not preparing themselves spiritually, and they're being freaking taken out spiritually. It's one of those
I
things that
have
you have to pay attention to, not just to your surroundings, but to the spiritual aspect of things. You have to really pay attention to know what's going on around you. So you're going to be in tune, not just physically, but spiritually.
I have a
It's,
question to Untrackable.
yes, sir.
Do you have a pet, or did you?
I have had quite a few, but yes, I do have one. A Jack Russell dog.
Okay, okay. Uh, did you bought the dog, or did you adopt it?
My wife was leaving work, and it was cold, and we've had her for geez, pushing 10 years. 10 years we've had this dog that climbed into my wife's car when she was leaving work.
The dog clinging to your wife's car. Okay. Um, my point is when you're talking about a mission, like a mission. That little lady there, she's my angel. It's called Luna, Moon, and I adopted her with my ex-girlfriend many years ago. That little angel was found inside a plastic bag in the bottom of a Titan trash, big pile of trash. And the guy who rescued her, he told me when I wrote to him, "Oh, she's beautiful." He sent me a picture, and she's beautiful. She, the eyes, and he told me I cannot have. I cannot finance another dog. I have a lot of adopted rescue dogs. So, and I looked to my girlfriend, and I said, "Yeah, yeah, of course." And I went there in Santiago, and he gave gave me her. You see what I'm going? And I was like, "Wow, she's here sleeping." In fact, so I began study synergy. Synergy is like this teaching about first of all the mission, because when an animal, any animal, comes to your life without expecting to buy an animal or whatever, there's a mission and there's a alignment. That's what I wanted to share. When you have an animal in your life, you need to figure it out, and you need to. That's my advice. In fact, to focus on the details of the date and how many years is with you, how many letters that the pet have, because you have a mission to that animal, and that animal have a mission with you. So the synergy brings me at least the knowledge that she's here not for random
Well,
circumstance.
I,
She's here because there's a
don't mean
mission.
to. I don't mean to contradict you in any way.
Yeah.
Based off of your story, that is a beautiful story. But here today, um, how it came to be, it, that was yesterday. You're here today. Um, I I struggle with my own existence, and I have this dog that is here today. And she curls up and sleeps with me sometimes. Um, you know, just like just like my friends. And they call me sometimes. They don't call
Yeah,
me every.
but your friend doesn't sleep with you, right? All the respect.
Well, my wife doesn't sleep with me every night. Uh, but we have, you know, we have this thing that is an agreement that this is life. This is how it goes. Uh, you th- you know there is no perfect. Um, but perfect does exist in the eye of the beholder. Uh, and just knowing that I trust somebody else, that I trust my partner in life. No, do we have to sleep in the same bed every night? No, we don't. You may be extreme
It's a
on that,
it's a good
but
question.
no. In some points, it's probably safer that we don't.
So,
However,
what is it that you're
uh,
struggling with, brother? What is it? What is causing? Like, I'm the same way as you. So there's times that I fall asleep on the couch. I don't go sleep with my wife uh, because I don't. She gets up to go work in the morning, so I don't want to disturb her. I do the
uh,
lives here to try to help out my brothers and sisters, right? Give them. Sometimes we do prayers for people. That's why I
uh,
was trying to figure out what is it that you're struggling with. Is it something spiritual? What is it? Is it something that's because I know I've been
it's
targeted, where I've been by the spirits of
well,
the dead and stuff like that.
I can tell you that like we have different career lifestyles. Like I get up early and I leave, and she does not have to uh, adhere to my time frame. Even my her and the child, my child, my daughter, they do like they're an hour and a half off as far as getting up and doing things. But I wake up and within 30 minutes I'm gone. But, you know, an hour and 30 minutes later, that's when they wake up. And I I you know, I'm not going to put that on them. Yeah, I could. I could say, "Hey, we all get up at the same time, be aggressive like that. We all do the same thing at the same time." But then I have to leave. And that would leave them within an hour and 30 minutes differentiation of a lull of nothing. Whereas coming from where I come from, like I said, I get up and I'm gone. They don't live that way. They weren't raised that way. They did not grow up that way. They do not have to live the way that I live. I get up, I leave. you know they are on a different time schedule, and they don't have to be under the pressure that I put myself under. And I don't want to put them under the pressure that I put myself under. So I am the only one. I've said this to other people. There is nobody that's going to put more pressure on me than me.
Well, but all the respect, my point was that there's a mission to your pet, and your pet has a mission to you. There's a mirror missions. That was my point. So when you think about inhabit the same house and be in touch with your that animal with your pet, uh, the story could be different if that dog were not there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my life would be so much different if this little angel were not with me, because she brings light and benefit in every aspect to my parents, to me, to herself, to the other dog that lives here. It's like a dynamic where you can find that animals don't judge, so they keep it simple somehow. But I know I have a mission, and I know she knows that she has a mission with me, and so I'm kind of learning. In fact, somehow, when I'm really stressed, and she looked at me and it's like, oh fuck, okay, thank you. And it just because she looked at me in this particular way, I can calm down because she's looking at me like, hey, are you stressing up again? Are you getting angry again? And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, but thank you. And it would be different if this angel weren't in my life. It would be a very different story. So my point was to end the idea. There's a mission. You don't need to know what the mission is. I don't know. I bet that she doesn't know either. But there's this alignment. That's why you can connect and feel empathy and so much more between you and that animal, just you, nobody else's, because it's nobody else's process. In my opinion, it's my process. I can never. I'm telling you this about my angel, four-leg angel, but it's my process. I will never tell you, nobody, what my process is, because it's very intimate between this angel that looks at me when I'm angry and I
No,
can calm
that
down.
that is very fair because I have my wife and my daughter. However, it is that dog, that pet, that is okay with me waking up. That you know that
They
follows
can
me through
they can
the
sense they can sense
the
your spirit. They know if you're sick. They know if there's a negative attachment. They know if you're angry. They know. But just if you see you look at the big
but
behavior, they
even on the
know.
daily, even on the daily, um, that little tiny dog, even though she's you know 15 years old, when I get up, she follows me through my process. Like, okay, she goes and uses the bathroom, when you take her out,
Maybe it's part of her mission.
and then after that, like she watches me brush my teeth. She, she sits there and watches me do this, and then she watches me put my clothes on, and then when I walk out the door, I show her love,
Yeah.
and I give her food and water, and
Hmm.
the rest of the household wakes up. But you
Tell
know,
me when
I
you tell me
know,
when you return.
no,
Tell me when you return from work.
I don't know. I don't know interaction with them
You don't need
because
to
I'm
know. What
there for.
what do
She
you need?
she
It's
sends
not
me
like
off.
a manual.
She
But tell me,
sends
tell me.
my my
I'm sorry.
dog sends me off on my day
Before, and he's
before
right
they
there. Before.
up. And you think I'm
That's
not
nice.
thankful for that?
That's
Uh,
nice.
I,
That was my point, dear friend.
I feel lucky to even receive a message, uh, should it be necessary, between the school or my wife or anybody. But
Look,
that
all
dog,
the respect.
but
Sorry,
that
but
dog,
let me. let me
But
tell
that
you a little bit more.
dog
You
says
can
good morning
you
and have a
touch
good
your
day.
dog. You touch your dog.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, what I mean is when you Synergy told me how to touch Luna in different places with a very focus about the mission. So is each now is very evolved my relation with Luna. So I put her sleeping and we both go to sleep after touch her when I leave and when I return, and because we both feel anxiety in many ways. So it's like a mutual exercise. It's not me calming the dog. It's both
Yeah.
calming
Now,
ourselves. It's
I'll tell you,
very,
let me tell you now, my dog, I found him by accident. Um, I was
there's no
drawn to him.
accidents.
Well, I was drawn to him right away. So I called the lady, and the lady said that she had just gotten him. He was shipped here from Russia for him. She bought him. And she said, I said, well, there's a rehoming fee. What's your rehoming fee? She said, I'd like to get close to what I paid for him. I said, well, how much did you pay for him? She said, $800. I'm disabled. I have one leg. I'm in a wheelchair. Okay. I don't make that much. And I told her, I said, look, I got $100 and I'll give him a good home. So she said, okay, come get him. So I got him. Do you know this dog doesn't leave my side? Even if I'm in the hospital, my dog is with me. He is right here with me every minute. Everywhere I go, he goes. He never gets left home.
Let me
I go.
tell you something, because for everybody else that is listening and watching this, and I will fight this to the end. There's this phenomenon that is called anxiety, separation
Yes.
anxiety.
Yep.
It took me at least 2 years to learn it because I was into it. I started, and separation anxiety is one of the most
It's a
ugliest
hard thing. It's a hard thing to deal with.
ugliest thing when I see videos making fun of it. You know,
Yeah.
human beings are so ignorant that they
Good night,
make
brother.
fun of it.
Thank you for your time and service, brother.
Good night. But with my dog now, when you were talking about the touching, my dog every night he gets a massage from his bottom legs all the way up his back, on his shoulders, his chest, and his neck every night. And he never lets me forget it, because now when I lay down, he runs up on my chest and sits there. And if I don't touch him right away, he's got his paw and he's patting my face. So he's extremely spoiled, this dog. I spoil him more than I ever spoiled a child. Okay.
Look,
He's great.
spoiled with a very responsible behavior is great. Spoiled with negligence is very, very bad, because people are making fun of, oh, look how my pet eat this chocolate, and dogs cannot eat chocolate, and I've seen videos people making fun of,
Yeah, no,
oh
my dog
look,
doesn't get chocolate. My
it's
dog is
like
on a very strict diet. My dog eats boiled chicken,
dogs
pumpkin, and sweet
die
potato.
with
Yes.
chocolate. My
Yes.
point is that people, when they don't know, it's like what I live in a condo with my
Yeah.
parents here, you know, and this girl, this angel, she has a very strong attitude. So there's many dogs in the condo. So it is her and Maya, the other female dog. When I when I go for a walk, Luna, if she finds another dog, there's some dogs that she's not going to deal with them never. there's,
Yeah.
there's others that I was able to make the process. Which process? To teach the human not to be afraid. Because if I with Luna with the leash and the other human is with the dog with the leash and the human is afraid, what the human the
Yeah. And you shouldn't do that.
and you transmit
Look,
your fear to the dog, and that's the problem. So I teach them hola vecino. It's like hello neighbor, hola vecino. So the sound puts Luna in the my Claudio is saying
yeah.
hello. So the ears is like and the tail, and instead of this is like hola vecino, hola vecino. Between the human, I need to teach them that the sound make the
Yeah.
dog not to be because his
Right.
instinct. But
Well,
no, they have
my
the fault.
mine is a long-haired Chihuahua, and he's from Russia. When I first got him, he didn't understand English. I had a neighbor that spent a lot of time in Russia in the military, and he spoke Russian, so he had to teach me things. But now Ben YouTubin says that his
Okay.
Yorkie has a lot of separation anxiety,
Hey,
and Ben
hey,
YouTubin, let me tell you, I also have a
how old is
Yorkie
how
too.
old is how old is your
Uh,
dog?
He just turned 3. His birthday's 12/12. Ben YouTube and I have a Yorkie too, and he has bad separation anxiety. But the problem with him, I can't even take him with me. He doesn't know how to act in public, and he definitely doesn't know how to act at home. We just love him because he's a good dog and take care of him as much as
Hmm.
we can. But if somebody would have told me that Yorkies were batshit crazy, I would have
Wow,
probably
they
not
have
got him.
a lot of energy. They have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Hey, your dog, how old is he or she? How old is your dog?
Abe's dog? Oh, how old is Rebel? Abe?
Uh, I'm thinking like around. Ooh, man, like I'm not sure how old he is. I'm thinking he's 5 years
Approx.
old.
Okay.
I can't remember what year we got him, but my son was still in high school. I mean, in high school. Let me see, senior. Yeah, he's like 5 years old.
Okay.
I got a
So,
picture of him here.
did, did he found you or your dog or your wife or
Well, somebody
the
blessed
person?
us with Rebel. They
You,
he was a puppy,
uh,
so they blessed us.
you received them. You received it. You received your pet, your dog. What's his name?
Was
Rebels.
that?
Rebels. Rebels.
Yeah, I raised them. I was trying to click onto try to put a picture of him right now, but something's wrong. Uh,
Take it easy.
yeah, they told us that the mother was going to have a litter. That they promised us, and so what they
I
asked us,
was
what do you want, a boy or a girl? Then we
I
said a
was
boy,
watching.
and
I
when the
was
litter was
I was
born,
I was watching
my
you with
brother
your
and
dog in
my
the
son,
morning.
my son picked Rebel, so we had Rebel,
Okay.
and then they're like, hey, do you want to? Then my stepson picked one, which was Bell Bell, and then he picked another one, which was Oddball, which is he's all black. Then the time went by, and then there was another litter, and they asked us that there was one of the puppies that got bit by a rattlesnake, and I felt bad for it because he had the scar where he got bit. So I said, I'll take him in. So we got Rocky. So he literally got bit by a rattlesnake on the nozzle, but he's
That
huge.
was you,
We
right?
keep them separated. We keep them separated because alphas will fight each other because they want to be dominant.
That
So
was you, right?
so we got four, but two Rebel is ours, and then we got Rocky also that's ours. So we got two. Let me see if I can get onto here. Something's going on with this, so I'm gonna log out of this Facebook. I
I
don't know what's
think
going on here.
this angel, Luna, she's like, I think she was a cat in a life before,
In another
because
life.
she,
Yeah.
yeah, because when she was very little, she did like this weird jumps in the couch. She was like running, and she jumped in the couch. It was like a very cat movement. I thought, So it was like sometimes she used to stand up and do this kind of cat movements. Uh, she can stand in two legs so much times that, of course, we're having lunch, and she's like, bro, like 3 minutes, like.
There he is.
uh, Great.
Oh, look at Little Rebel.
Hey.
He does handshakes. He
She's,
tried to buy me with
yeah,
a
I think
handshake.
I think
He
he
wanted
would be
me to
like
give him a
5.
handshake because he already knows when he sits and he gets a handshake, he's going to get a treat.
Yep.
So he's
Mine
trying to
does
be
Yeah,
too.
slick.
Yeah, mine does that too. Yep.
he's
He'll
gonna
take
be
his
very
paw,
big. He has
puts his paw up.
long legs, long
Yeah, I
legs.
need to take him to get his claws trimmed.
And mine does that
Or
every time they go to the groomers to get a bath and a haircut. And yeah, they get pampered. We take them for a spa day. They go and get a bath and they get trimmed up and their nails done and all that good stuff everybody needs.
Yeah.
when
So all the dogs since when they were puppies, I would sleep with them in the living room, and every time they had to go use I showed them how to go scratch on the door, and they need to go outside. I taught them everything, so I would take them all of them. They'll be out there, Well, Rocky had trained by himself, but the other three, Rebel and his sisters, I would take them out there, So they know the routines and all that. He'll let me know when he needs to go to the restroom.
yeah,
He's pretty smart. He done ate like freaking
they
8
need
treats
space.
tonight, and he wanted more. That's why he's there with his paw.
They
Yeah.
need space.
But he can sense things. Rebel can sense things spiritually, and Rocky too. It just I don't want nothing to happen to them. I have a story of
Nothing
what
will
happened
happen.
to a
If
dog we had when I
if
was growing
something
up.
bad could happen,
Yeah, well, it's something that happened to one of
we
our
will
dogs, and his name was
laugh.
Snoopy. He was a
Just
beagle. It was
we
a beagle, and
already
it was nighttime. I told you this. I've been fighting spiritually for a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, something was outside, and something had been coming, kicking a dog because you could hear when something like he was getting kicked by something. But when we looked, there was nothing there. But this evening, we just heard him make this loud, uh,
it's like the earthquakes. The dogs feel the
like a
earthquake
loud
so much
uh,
before.
squealing sound. So when we went to go look for him in the morning, he was gone. He was dead. So we had to go, bury him and stuff. But something happened to him that night. I don't know what exactly happened to him, but yeah, I don't know. He was dealing with old
Well,
age or what, but
hmm,
something happened. Brother said something took him out. That's what he
if
said.
you ask
My
if
brother
you
was
ask
older than
me, what didn't happen is that he died. That didn't happen, in my opinion.
Well, I'm just saying that we had to bury him, the following day.
The body, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think death only exists when you when you forget that person, pet, whatever. If you don't forget, it's illogical that death could exist. The abandon of the body is the body. You bury the body, but
Yeah.
like the concept. If you forget about your pet, of course, you can find death there, I think.
Yeah, but I got the same picture of Rebel when he was a puppy, so he still acts the same, I guess, but he's older. He's pretty smart. They'll let me know when there's somebody around or something outside. Normally, if they bark or something, it's either a cat or a squirrel, but cats at nighttime. During the day, it's squirrels because there's squirrels where I live. So Rebel wants to go chasing the squirrels, and I
Oh,
think he's gotten a couple that fallen off the tree that he chases, but he's pretty fast. Rocky's gotten some squirrels too, and possums, and that's their nature. They're to hunt. They're like hunters.
Hmm.
So I don't want
I
to. I don't want to
had
take him with me on a out there, and then there's a bunch of them. Like there's a lot of coyotes, and they're running packs,
ah
and I don't want anything to happen to them.
yeah, of course.
But they will defend. They'll defend if a dog comes tries to attack. They will defend. They'll fight them.
Hmm.
yeah.
But I'm not trying to get them to be that way. I'm just trying to have them as a home pet.
Yeah, it's like these people that have pit bull dogs, and they are so violent. Oh, a pit bull is violent dog, and the violent one is not the pit bull. Is the human.
Right.
It's the human.
It's the way the humans.
So
It's the way the
yeah, of course.
humans treat them or
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
train them.
it's like
Yeah, it's
how you
not the
treat
dog.
the dogs.
One of my dear friends has this big body build pit bull.
Yeah.
It's like afraid because now ignorant human beings relate people with scared with fear. Oh, people, but this people was the most weak dog.
Yeah, my daughter used to have a pit bull and he was the biggest blob of goo
Wow.
and
if,
so
if,
lovable.
if you mess with him, of course, it's a pit bull.
Well,
He
the
will.
thing is, with any animal, if they taste blood, it changes them.
Because
They become
of course,
aggressive.
because of the
If,
meat.
if they put the lockjaw, they go for the throat, the jugular. So they put the lockjaw on the dog. You
It's
know, the best way
it's
to
like
get them off of them is water.
Yeah.
Put water on
Put
them.
water in their
they're
nose. Put
Yeah,
water
to
in their
separate them.
they're
nose.
human made. Some dogs. I had this hush puppy choose Basset Hound. Manolo was my first pet. It's a Basset Hound, the long dog.
Like
And
Bowser. Yeah.
okay, that dog is French human made. For what? To pursue trails because that's why is that they have short
They have
foot
good sense of smell.
and long ears, and
Yep.
of course I can if you throw a basset hound in the pool, he will drown because they don't swim. They are too long and they sink by the tail. Because I bought the book because I'm responsible with the pet, but I was negligent at the same time. I learned a lot. I regret so many things, but that dog taught me loyalty in the best circumstance or the worst circumstance at the same time. When you are in the hole and you find this advice, whatever.
Well, any dog can be I've had Great Danes, Saint Bernards, um, German Shepherds. My German Shepherd was huge. I got him. His mother was the number one canine in Austin, and I got him, and he was a good dog, very well behaved, but he started to go after people. And I took him to the vet, and first the vet says, well, let's get him fixed, calm him down, you know. I said, okay. I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't want to breed him anyways. So I took him and got him fixed. Well, then he started doing it more and more. And where I worked, I had an office. And I would go inside my office and close the door. And everybody knew if I had Raz with me, they needed to knock so I could grab him. My boss walked in there and he went after my boss. So I took him back to the vet. They tried to put him on. They tried to put him on. Yeah, they tried to put him on puppy Prozac, but it didn't work either. So they ended up finding out that he had a brain tumor, and they had to put him down. They told me, with as big as he was, and at the time I weighed like 114 pounds. I was real little. They told me that eventually he would have came after me.
No, not you.
Yeah.
But it was so simple.
Yes.
If you were able to sacrifice a human, the problem will be solved.
Oh yeah, my boss. But no. But no, he it was sad too, because I stayed with him when they put him down, and they had this big kennel, and I sat in there with him.
They're huge.
And they put sleeping pills in cat food, and boy, he sucked that down. And he fell asleep, and then they gave him the shot. But he had a brain tumor that was almost as big as one whole side of his brain, and they said that it would have gotten really ugly with him. But he was beautiful. But a lot of dogs are only
maybe you can help me. Maybe we can help each other, because I had this business idea that didn't work here. Well, I'm very lazy, so maybe I didn't do it right. But to have photographs and videos of your pet when it's live, to make a video, like a biography video, when they abandon the body. I learned that with this basset hound. I didn't have many pictures. I have so few pictures. I should have a documentary about my dog, and I didn't. So I thought about it like a business idea, like your dog is alive now. Let's take, or give me your material when your dog abandoned the body, and I can make this really good film, like a biography, historic film.
Yeah.
Hey, this video, we can work remote. Who knows?
Right. I don't know. I had a real good dog for a long time, and when he passed away, it took me 2 years before I got the little one that I have now, and my Yorkie.
Maybe it's the same.
So, yeah. I got
a picture here. I got a picture here.
Yeah.
That I think this might be a spirit of a dog, or a coyote or something. Let me see if I can send it.
I'm going to bed. It's 4:30 here. I will get in touch.
Brother.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for
being on.
Yep.
Take care. Be safe.
We'll see you next time. Good night.
So this is a photo here that I wanted to share with y'all. It's during an investigation. I'm trying to look for the original photo, but I'm going to show you this one
Okay.
right now. I don't know what it. I'll show it with. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. What do you think about that, Sister Brenda? What do you think that could be right there? I don't know if you can see that.
Uh,
It's it's right here.
yeah. It looks like a big dog, a big wolf.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the original photo of it. There's just a close up of it.
I mean, I can see him
Right
plain
there.
as day. His ears, his head, his front legs, even his tail draping down the back.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a dog standing there, or well, a wolf standing there, waiting
Yeah.
for you to do something. Like it
So
wants to
I was
cross
just
the road.
I was trying to try to find the original picture of it so y'all can see it better. That's what I was searching while y'all were talking.
You know what gets me about this, though, Abe? Let me tell you what I've noticed. Okay, you got the shade on the ground, on the dirt from the tree. There's
Yeah.
shade on the ground from the opposite tree, but there is no shade on the ground from him. It's just the black wolf standing there.
Yes.
Mm.
So since we're talking about shadow figures because it looks like that, we cannot forget about other ones that are the same thing as a bulto negros, which would be like a hellhound,
Right.
or whether how to say a hellhound, it goes after souls or after people that are fixing to die,
Yeah, and they
and
take the
it's right
soul.
there. I'm looking for the original, so you can see that I'm there in the picture and everything. I just wanted to share that with it. See if I can find the original. But yeah, you could tell it's some kind of wolf.
Yeah.
Now, do you think it's a coyote? It's too big to be
No.
a coyote.
Yeah, it's too big to be a coyote. Coyotes are small and they're thin. That's pretty meaty right there. Got lots of hair, big, and he's big.
Yeah, I'm searching for the photo so I can find the original. So we hit the 2-hour marker.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours and 8 minutes. Anybody else want to jump on? I know we went a little bit off a topic, but
Yeah.
when it comes down to the spiritual aspect of things, our pets have to do a lot with that also.
Yep.
Because they can sense and they can see.
Especially if you have cats. Like I have a cat. She constantly, I'll catch her staring nowhere. And she'll be sitting there just looking like she's got a purpose.
Well, it's kind of like when they talk about the mummy, how because the mummy's supposed to be a spirit. When they would see the cats, they would get scared and they would take off because the cats have supposedly 7 lives.
Yeah.
So the mummies was afraid of, or the spirits of were afraid of the cats.
Yeah.
We got Sister Never Angel in the house.
We're gonna try it.
Hello.
Gonna try it again, Cynthia.
I gotta try it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that reminds
what?
me, that thing reminds me of the dog that I had an encounter with when I was younger and I was driving into my driveway. All of a sudden there was a black dog, big, huge like that. And it and something like freaked me out and told me to roll the window up in my car. And I had a 64, so there's no automatic buttons. You have to roll it
Right.
up. And
Roll it
when
up
I
with
was,
your arm.
yeah, and so when I was rolling it up, I was trying to turn into the driveway, and it jumped up and snapped at my face, and it like hit the window, and I kept rolling it up, and I stopped because I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and it freaked me out. And when it did that, all of a sudden this big white dog came, and it bit it on the butt, and the black dog freaked out, and it turned and it looked at it, and the white dog just kept biting at it, and it took off. It chased it away, and I was like, "What? Where the hell did that come from?" Because like where I lived, my street, that area was called Dark Shadows, because everybody that goes through there has seen shadow people, and nobody goes there at night. You will not see anybody walking down my street at night because it's freaky. It's like really, really dark. And even though there's lights, light poles, but it's like a bizarre kind of dark. You could just feel the energy.
Yeah.
And that thing is huge.
Yeah,
And
I'm trying to find the original photo right
I
now.
mean, you could
Yeah,
see it.
that's big.
That's like really big. It kind of reminds me like a dire
Well,
wolf.
they things like that follow me around. I guess because I've been blessed to be here in this earth. I shouldn't be here, so they know that
Right.
I've crossed over. So hellhounds. Guess I'm always going to see them, or they're always going to be around because I've crossed over numerous times. But the Heavenly Father has blessed me to come back here to do this works. So
Yes. And we thank God for that.
Yeah.
so I'm able to capture these things like this. I'm trying to find the original picture here. See if I can find it.
I mean, you don't even need to do a close up. That's so big.
Yeah.
You could see
And
that.
and you're right. It looks like a dire wolf. Those
Right?
really huge ones.
Yeah, look at it's fluffy, like huge. I mean, you could see the distance, between Abe's face and the trees. And then there it is, just right there.
Yep.
Oh, so that's a myth, Andres? Yeah, that really freaked me out because, like, I could when he jumped and bit towards my face, it looked so creepy. It was not a dog. I mean, the teeth were like so creepy.
And you said the white one came out of nowhere and was
Yeah,
fighting with
both of them came out of nowhere. And the thing was, my mom used to tell me, don't be coming home after 12 o'clock because there's nothing good out there after 12. That's when all the dark things come out. And believe it or not, it was weird. She knew, like she taught us about, demons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing was that she said that there used to be a driverless motorcycle that would stop at right under our light pole. And when they first moved there were no light poles. So her and my dad paid to get a light post right outside our fence. And we had, since it was like a reservation, there were Yaqui natives that grew up there. So there was nothing around for like miles. And the wild horses used to go through there. So there would be like wild animals like boars and coyotes and horses that would go through there. So my dad he put up a 6-foot chain link fence, and the top had like spikes,
Yeah.
So that would keep the horses out because he didn't want us to get, bit by anything. But the wild horses would come up to the fence. And they would just stand there. And I used to feed them oranges. And my mom would give me apples. And it was just enough to cut in half and they would take it, They were so funny. The horses were funny. And then you would when the time came they would bring their babies, and you would see them grow up.
Wow.
The same ones would come around. But that was really freaky. Like I never had anything like that happen to me before. And I was in such a hurry, so I didn't see the dog just came out of nowhere. And all of a sudden it was by my door. And I'm like, what the hell? And just instinct, and something told me roll the window up.
Yeah.
So I start rolling it, and if I wouldn't have, he would have gone through the window because he was big. But it was crazy because it was that
And
lake.
it was all black.
Yeah, and it was huge like that right there. But when I saw his face when he attacked me, it didn't look like a dog. It was evil. Like the teeth were creepy. But the white dog, it was big too, but it was smaller than the black dog. And it just lunged at it, started biting it, and the first bite was on its butt. And it scared it. And I was like, what the hell? Where did these dogs come from? But that was a weird thing because that night, as soon as I saw that dog, the other white dog chased it away, I zoomed into the carport and through the gate, and I was looking for them and I couldn't see them anywhere. So I ran to the gate and I closed it and I chained it because we used to use the chain on the lock because it was a big double gate, And that's when I had to go to the bathroom really bad. And when I got off, I just felt this really, really dark energy. And I felt like there was something right behind me. So I ran to the door. And right when I opened it and I shut it and I deadbolted it, something slammed into the door really, really hard. And these were double big, thick wooden doors that my mom had bought. And it shook the house, it shook the windows, and it woke up my mom. And I was standing there because I felt it. Like I got all the hair on the back of my neck stood up. And I was like, what in the hell? And I was just in such shock. I just stood there by the door when it hit the door really hard. And my mom was like, she came out of the bedroom. She's like, what was that? What happened? And I said, I don't know. Something just hit the door really hard. And she goes, what? She goes, don't open it. Get away from the door. And she went and looked outside. There was nothing there.
Wow.
But how, I don't know if anybody's ever felt like there's somebody following you really, really close.
Yeah.
And you feel it. But then you feel like evil. That's what that felt like. I've been chased by weird things where I grew up because it was all desert. And then across the main street, that was their ancient burial grounds. So you would see all kinds of weird things.
Oh gosh, look at him.
How cute.
That's Rebel.
How cute. Wow. The German Shepherd.
It's Rebel when he was a puppy.
He's so adorable. We had German Shepherds that my mom's best friend used to raise and breed. They are adorable when they're puppies.
His collar looks like it's bigger than his whole head.
Yeah. I was trying to improvise.
He's like, I'll grow into this.
Right? And now look at him. How old was he when you got him?
Oh
Hmm?
God, he was a
It
How
was
pup.
old
only a
was he when
couple
you
of
got him?
weeks old when I brought
Yeah,
him. I had a give him milk and all kinds of stuff.
so cute.
That's right when it was small.
He's
So what do
so
we got here?
adorable.
Showing pictures of himself. You see this? This was you when you was a
I
little
know.
boy.
I
You
got
know, my
pictures of
dog
him
used to.
when
Sorry,
he
go
got his
ahead.
first kill. He killed a dove when he was a
Oh,
Oh
puppy.
wow. Oh my goodness.
that little baby.
Adorable.
They're so cute when they're young. I flip through Facebook and I follow these rescues, and oh, there are some of them on there. They have this adorable little girl, long haired Chihuahua, and I was like, oh, my puppy needs a girlfriend.
How
Look at
cute.
her. But I can't bring another animal home. I've got 2 dogs and a cat.
Oh,
My Yorkie is, oh
they're
gosh,
so
he's like
ornery. Aren't they ornery?
7, almost 8 years old. He's not. He's
No?
he's a ding dong. I think he came from some
You gotta look at
severe
it.
overbreeding. Let me tell you,
Oh. Oh
he
my
doesn't
gosh.
he doesn't know how to act at home, and he don't know how to act in public at all. It's so bad.
That's funny.
Here's another picture of the woods. There's something there to the left, and I'll do some close-ups of it.
Under that
People
tree,
would people would always get mad. They just don't understand that I wasn't taking a picture. I was recording, so I'll take the screenshots of what I will catch in the videos.
right?
So I was walking, right, and then here's some close-ups of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I pointed arrows of what's there, but there's one here that you can see the face. Look,
What
let
is
me get closer.
that?
See the face right here?
Oh yeah. I see the eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like peeking.
Let me see if I can get a better feel. There's a close-up of it right there. Here he is,
Wow.
Yep.
and possibly something else over here. But this was
Looks
for
like
sure right there at the edge looking at me. In the original
oh
picture, you can
wait
see
a
the
minute.
head.
Wait a minute. Did I see the mouth like growling? Showing its teeth? Look. Okay,
Yeah.
see where
I ju-
the red
That's a
arrow is?
close-up. Yeah. Yeah, there's
That
like
looks
I pointed out because it
creepy.
seemed like there was something else there, but there's one right here. Look at this one.
Yeah, I see eyes.
Yeah, but that one doesn't. It looks different. Yeah, I don't
That
know,
looks
but
like
this one I was trying. There's like several.
see where you have that red arrow on the bottom one? It looks like an eye right underneath it and an eye right next to it. And then look at the snout and the mouth looks open.
Yeah,
Like it's growling. I totally see a face. Like I see teeth.
yeah. I just wanted to show you. That's a close up. I want
That's
to show how
wild.
big they are. I was walking and they were looking at me. You see?
Wow. Yes.
I still have my. At that time, I was just carrying my black tourmaline around my neck till I got me a selenite.
Ooh, what
I
happened to
guess it
Brenda?
was like the Pink Floyd shirt that I had on.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's literally right here behind the bushes,
yeah.
looking at me. And of course, possibly others. But I wanted to show you the clear picture of it.
That's
It
creepy.
was- yeah, it's picking through the bushes.
Look, I totally see the mouth open. Did we
Wow,
lose Brenda?
did we lose Brenda? Let me check. Oh, we did.
Now it's picking on Brenda.
Somebody said I wouldn't trust the dingo around the baby first.
Baby, see, I know. Oh, wow.
I just wanted to
Foxy.
share that with y'all.
Yeah, thank you. That's I
You know,
totally see.
and sometimes because to me they're spirits because I didn't visually see them. It was just captured in my video. So if
Yeah,
I didn't see it visually, then to me they're spirits.
right. Totally.
So people would get mad, because it takes away from them being flesh beings because I
Right.
couldn't visually see it. So to me, that's a spirit that was
Yes.
caught by my recording. Yeah,
Oh,
I just wanted to share.
you catch some really great things on there. Like I
Yeah,
totally that looks like a werewolf
yeah,
on the bottom. If
yes,
you really look at it, that looks like a
yeah,
big werewolf.
yeah. It's pretty big,
Yeah, it's
and that's
huge.
what I'm a distance away from that. I'm probably like maybe 10 to 12, probably 10 feet, 12 feet away from the brush.
Is
So
that a wooded area?
a wooded area, yeah.
Oh wow.
But it's looking.
Yeah, well they follow you around because they know you see them,
Or
you
send
know?
some. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're not looking and you're just taking photos, that's crazy. Like you always catch some really
Yeah.
great pictures.
Well, when I debunk my videos, if I see something, I just take a screenshot and create what I captured there.
Right.
Because when you're walking, you're hearing all kinds of noises around you, and you're looking to where noise is. But sometimes when you're looking where a noise might be coming from, they might be flanking you from the right, from the rear. So I try to move my camera around as much as possible.
Yeah. That's a smart thing to do to get all angles. There was a guy who would do that and he would put the camera behind him and he would catch some crazy things. I can't remember who it was, but it was creepy.
Uh, I think somebody contacted me about him that he would do that kind of stuff. I think he passed away. Was it Scott? Something Scott?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I can't remember his name, but he passed away. He died. He passed away. And
Oh,
I'll tell him. I think I contacted him one time, and I told him, "Hey, be careful with those things. They're not what you think. They're not in the flesh. They're they're demonic. Be careful." But
oh wow.
whether he took my words of advice or not, I don't know. I know he had contacted me one time, about and he told me who he was and his works, and I said, "Well, I'll check out, your channel or whatever." But I was already doing this. My pictures are old pictures from a long time ago,
Yeah.
especially the one from Elm's Grove. Yeah, I heard he passed away. That his son is gonna, yeah, Scott Carpenter. That his
Okay.
that that
Yeah.
his son is gonna take over what he was doing, and just he's got to be careful because you don't want if you're given the power to believe that they're dog man like me, they have the form that looks like a werewolf or a dog man,
Right.
and a demon is gonna attach itself to you and attack you, make you sick, cause all kinds of ailments. And
Right.
if you're not taking the proper measures of fighting spiritually, like tie bound and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name to protect your vessel, then it's gonna have some stronghold over you, in which you can cause
Right.
even death.
Yeah. Well, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. So, going door to door and preaching about Jesus was a thing. It was normal to me growing up in the church. But I remember there was a lady that my mom's um, friend would, there would be two women always together, two or three women. And they would go to a lady. And this was like, a real story too. Because I'm glad that I was taught about demons so young because I was also taught not to fear them. And I'm glad, because the things I've seen, I would have been freaked out. But they would go to a home, this one lady's house, and they started talking to her and studying with her the Bible. And then they went back one time, and she said that, she was having problems, like, with things going on in her home. And then she said that they said the next time they went, she was like really freaked out, and she said that she couldn't study with them anymore because a demon would come after they would leave and attack her at night. And my mom's friend said that they were mad because she was learning about them, but apparently they were like, she was really scared, and they did cause her physical harm. So my mom was like, oh, they didn't want her studying about God.
Because that's part of when they're not trying to let go of the person because they got them bonded, or they have attachment. They're attached to them, so they don't want to let go of that vessel.
Yeah, that tripped me out, and I heard about this, I was little, but my mom didn't hold back anything, I'm glad she didn't. But that really tripped me out. I'll never forget that. She said that it was attacking her, and she didn't want to study anymore, which was sad to me because, like, who knows? Maybe they could have broken that bond.
What was she studying?
The Bible. They were teaching her the Bible. Yeah.
Did she ever dabble in something?
I don't know. They didn't know anything about that. That's just one of the cases that they would talk about, real. And that was one of their testimonies.
More of a spiritual thing that they exist in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if the host is being possessed, then the person that has no control over what happens to their body.
Right.
Because there is no control.
So now,
in order for someone to have an attachment like that on them or control over them, it's because they had a spiritual opening.
Maybe, like, who knows what she did, or nobody found out because she got afraid, and she got really scared and told them she couldn't study anymore. Yeah, so Scott Carpenter was the one who would record from behind?
I believe there's a couple of people, but Scott Carpenter was one of them.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember his name. I don't know. He was. I think he might have been. I don't know if he was my age or what, but he's the one that would make those videos, and he would catch certain things behind it, kind of like what I do.
Yeah. I don't
show
recall.
themselves. Yeah, they show themselves.
In the camera when you're not looking. That's crazy.
Yeah, they show themselves. I'm going to show you a couple of. I'm trying to download a couple of pictures here right now.
Cool.
Probably that you haven't seen. How they show themselves to the camera.
Yeah, and it's crazy how sometimes you'll catch something, but I think it's their energy that makes them look. It looks like pixelated in the picture.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find. Looking for a certain one that I believe was a shapeshifter skinwalker. because you could see it in the photo, just or in the screenshot that I took from the live feed.
Yeah, that's creepy. That was a great catch, though. That big wolf alone in the background. Like you could totally see it. Like you could, like Brenda said, you could see the legs, the shape of the body, and even the tail.
Yeah, I
I
think
wonder what happened.
we lost Sister Brenda somewhere.
Yeah, she hasn't come back. She looked really tired.
Well, she was having problems with her computer
Oh, she was too.
earlier. I'm trying to
Somebody
see if I
said
can
that.
find the one with the shapeshifter skinwalker right beside me.
Oh, that's creepy. The one I remember the most is when you were doing the live, and that shadow figure just passed right by you.
Yeah.
That's something I'm not going to forget because everybody was watching. I was like, wait a minute, what was that? And it just passed right behind you. I I have
Let me
heard.
share another picture. Oh, I'm going to share a couple of other pictures in a moment. I'm
Yeah.
just looking for this other one, the specific one, if I can find. Oh, there he is. I found you. All right, here we go. Okay. What were you saying, sister? Have I heard of something?
Oh no, I was saying that I've heard like everybody who's seen shadow figures or shadow entities have seen eyes. And I'm here with my niece, visiting my niece, and she used to be afraid of both of my homes because she would see. Ooh, yeah, I see that.
Let me see if I take a screenshot of it so I can blow it up so y'all can see it better.
She said she saw the Hat Man before in my house, and it had red eyes. And I told her when I saw it, it was outside my home, but I didn't see any eyes. She's like, "Oh no, Tia, he had red eyes." I was like, "Ew, I'm kind of glad I never saw red eyes."
Yeah, red eyes.
I just would see them as shadow, just shadow, the shape of a person, of a man. But they never bothered me. They would just stare.
All right, let me send this other one here.
I see something standing there.
I made it bigger. So I'm going to jump over here. Can you see the face? There's the eyes, the muzzle.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, I saw that. It took me a second, but then I saw it.
Yeah, there's a, to me it's a spirit of a whatever this is, but yeah, you can see the eyes looking, the
Yes,
muzzle right here. It's got the ears.
the ears.
I'm thinking there might be possibly in the original picture. I think I could have seen another one, but I need to look for it. But you can see the face right here.
Oh yeah,
Let me see what everybody's seeing over there.
I could see that.
Yeah, I can do a close up of it so y'all can see it because some of y'all are watching it through your phones, right?
Yes,
So I'm gonna make it bigger.
but I could see that clear, very clearly. Yeah, that's good. The real way, no. Yeah, they do drink Shea Viking.
Okay, let me see if I can send a closer up of it.
That's big.
So I can get a look at the face. Okay, let me
Can I
go.
see the eyes and the ears? Ew.
There you go. A little bit bigger.
That's creepy. The eyes look really
Do
weird.
you think that's a wolf of some sort, like the spirit of a wolf, or a
It looks like a
dog, or
wolf.
like a wolf, right?
Yeah, it looks like a big wolf. Was that the same day that you saw the other?
I believe so.
So they were taking that form of wolves. I wonder if they take on the form of like werewolves because a lot of people see that. You know, excuse me, a lot of people see that and they get
I think to blend in, because there's things that are within the woods. You got the coyotes and
yeah,
wild animals, so they try to blend in. But
but
of
they
course, in
know.
basic form.
Yeah, they know that scares you though.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show you that and when I captured, I heard something beside me. I looked, I didn't see nothing visually, so I just snapped a picture
Oh
because
wow.
I could feel something beside me. My hairs
Yeah.
were standing up,
Yep.
so I took a picture. This one I actually did take the picture of it,
That's
and that's
crazy.
what I thought. No, because sometimes when I would go there, I wouldn't be recording, but I believe might have taken a picture of this. I'm not sure, but because I like doing the lives, for the.
Right.
I think I would do lives off my. I can't remember. I could. If I was recording, I sent something, and I just kept on looking there to see what was there.
Right.
Let
And you
me, let me
caught
go
it.
to the next photo. Let me see what this is.
Oh wow.
Well, this is a photo I wanted to share you. Yeah, that's one of them, but here it is. That's that
That
photo.
looked really creepy.
Oh yeah, that's a shaped skinwalker. You can see the face of the skinwalker here. Here's the skinwalker face.
That's
Then it's
really
got the fur
creepy.
the fur of the animal on his head.
Ah.
So if it was an animal, if this was the hide or the fur that he wears on his head, what kind of animal would it be?
I don't know. That's creepy as hell.
What do you
Cause
think that is, sister? Sister. Let's
I
see if I can.
don't,
I'm gonna put a
I
different
don't
filter.
know. That's really, really creepy. Like,
How about there? Yeah, you can see the eyes of the. Well, this is the face of the shapeshifter, or what people call a nagual, and then you
yes,
got the fur that is wearing on his head.
the pelt. Well, I've heard that they step into that skin after, you know, that looks furry, so Sheila Boof. The boof. Sheila Boof. A wolf.
There it is. But I try to do a close up of it so I can see it better right there of what that is.
Yeah, that's creepy.
But yeah, and it was right there by the path, like right there by me.
Look at that, right on the side of you. Yeah.
I wanted to share that with the viewers.
That is like the creepiest feeling when you feel something right by you, and like you like all the hair stands up on the back of your neck and your arms. And you know there's something there, but you can't see it.
Yeah.
That looks like a wolf head on top of it.
Yeah, wolf head. But the face of the skinwalker is underneath. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's
Ew.
probably an old, because he looks old, so it's got to
Yeah.
be, you know,
Somebody very old.
very old. The shapeshifter, right? The hide.
Yes.
They wear the fur, the hide on top of the head with the face of the animal that they're going to manifest into. Of course, using the dark arts.
Right.
I have another one here, I think, that I want to share with y'all. This one is from Elms Grove. They can
That's a
blend in
big
very
picture.
well. I have the original. I just need to look for it. But yeah, they blend in very well. And that's a close up, of course, that I got there of it.
Yes, Amber, they
But,
do.
but here's the face right up here. What that is, I do not know. If it's feline, or the manifestation looks like a cat, like a feline, like a cat-like. Look at the
Yes.
face.
I can't really see it because the timestamp is right up on it.
Oh, let me see if I can get closer. Okay, let me see. Where we at?
But I kind of see like an arm. Like the
Yeah, I need to
shoulders and an arm. Is that like the profile of it? Or is it
Yeah, I just
facing? Because
I
that's a
would have to
big,
look. Yeah, I would have to look for the original picture because
it's
there's a lot
busy.
more to this picture.
Yes.
But I wanted to show this, this one in particular, because there's a bigger picture to this.
It looks very busy. Like there's a lot going on.
So I'm gonna make it bigger so y'all can see it.
Or maybe make it a little smaller so the time frame, the timestamp doesn't sit on the face.
The timestamp.
Yeah, the timestamp, it's where it says live and then there's a times.
Mm-hmm.
It's going over the face, I think.
On your phone.
Yeah.
I can move it to the side, or see, I can make it differently. That's on the timestamp right there.
Yeah.
I got another photo here that I made it. See about there.
Yeah, the time is still taking.
About there.
There you go. Ew. Like normally I could zoom in on it, but since I'm on here, I can't.
There you go.
There you go.
It's right in the center.
Yes. I see a few things.
Oh yeah, I got the bigger picture. There was a lot of them there. This
Yeah.
is entities that are in Elms Grove. I'll find the original picture in a moment, but yeah. Oh, we lost Sister Cynthia. That's from Elms Grove. Yeah, pretty hot and heavy in Elms Grove, folks. Let me see if I can find it again one more time. I don't know what happened, Sister Cynthia. We lost her. There we go. There's another link. If anybody wants to jump on, it is open mic night, by the way. There you go.
Kick me off again. I wonder if Brenda's okay.
Yeah, she probably went to sleep.
Yeah, she looked really tired. Oh wow, falcon.
Was it?
Some Shade said that they found a falcon. Oh, Matt is saying, forgive me for interrupting, but if anyone could send some prayers my way for healing. Specifically for healing of blood vessels, circulation, and nerve function.
Yeah, we'll pray. Can pray right now, Heavenly Father. At this time, we would like to send the heavenly angels to Brother Matt. That's replacing heavenly crosses on him from head to toe, spit on his legs. We would like to pray for you, Heavenly Father. Send heavenly angels of healing and spiritual protection. If there's anything causing his ailments, for you to cure his circulation problems. But we also would like to take authority over any unclean spirits or witchcraft or necromancy. We tie, bind, and rebuke all that in the name of Jesus Christ. And for Brother Matt to heal, Heavenly Father, this we pray in your heavenly name. Amen. Yeah, I feel like something was trying to prevent me from praying for him, but I prayed for him. Oh, we lost Sister Cynthia again. I'm looking for that photo, brothers and sisters. I just got so many photos here. Uh, Trying to find the original photo. And I think on the 3 hour marker, I'm gonna call it a night. I would like to thank everybody that tuned in here today. I really appreciate y'all. I'm trying to find the full picture of this one real quick. Once I find it, we can share it here with Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. So I can show you the full picture of it. But to find it is a thing. That's okay, Sister Cynthia. I'm just trying to find that one photo that connects with this picture here. Yeah, sometimes I got so many photos on my phone. brother and sisters. It's crazy. From all the investigations. Oh, here it is. I found it. Here we go. This photo was by a creek. So let me flip this. So I'm trying to get it so y'all can see it. I'm not trying to be the picture. I think it flipped screen or something. Let's see. There we go. Oh no, we don't want him there. We want him on this other side. So let me see if I can correct it again. Mhm. I don't know, but let's show the other photo, the regular photo. There we go. There's the original picture. So you can see it's by the creek. There's limestone all throughout the creek. There's the water. And there it is. It's huge, brother and sisters. And there might be others here in this photo also. But that's the one that stood out the most to me was this one right here. But there might be others in this photo. But that's what stood out the most to me. It's all black. You know, I do have a picture of looked like a Black Panther standing on twos. You know, there's this DDN that can manifest just about into anything, brother and sisters. Let me see if I got another picture of it. A little close up right there where you can still see the. There we go. You can still see the limestone. But I just wanted to show you the original picture. Let me see what y'all think about that original picture. And this one, I was just recording, and this one I went back to Elms Grove. I recorded and I viewed the video to debunk it, and that's when I captured it because visually I could not see anything. You know, when you have the phone like this and you're recording, you know, you're walking, you're talking, and you're recording because you know you're trying to pay attention to what the people are saying in the comments. But yeah, it's I noticed it after I could send something there, but I noticed it afterwards. So let's take a closer look at it. Where you can see it. There it is. You can still see the limestone. There it is. It's standing there. Possible others there. I'm not sure, but definitely this one because of the eye shine. There might be possible another one here. You know. But yeah, there it is. And of course, we get a little bit closer so y'all can see. The DDN. That's right, Jay Viking. If I used to have a bunch of videos that I never got to debunk when I would do my spiritual life feeds for positive spiritualists. I never got to debunk those. Okay. There you go, folks. Just wanted to share with y'all. But yeah, I think the original picture, I think there's more to it. I just don't know where it's at. Might be on my old phone, the original picture of this, in which I was standing because there was water, so I wasn't in the creek. I was on the other side of the creek. Yeah, that's what it is. They're darker than night, even during the day. That's why I'm putting it out here. That they do exist, just like they're darker than night at night. They're darker than night, even during the day. Yeah. Let me drop a new link here. Let me drop a new link. Maybe it's the link. I'm not sure. There we go. There you go, Sister Amber. You want to jump on? Yeah, I got a lot of creepy pictures like this, man. Uh, I know I can help out people that truly trying to find out what's out there, and I'm showing you what's out there. These things, they're not trying to hide. They show themselves. Now, when they talk about the elusive Bigfoot, no, he's not elusive at all, because that's what Bigfoot is. DDN, dark shadow figures. That's what they are. They're not trying to hide. They show themselves. Is that people are looking for the wrong things. They're looking for a giant ape, prehistoric ape, right? Or something for a caveman of some sort. When it's right there, right in front of you, it's showing you what it is. Imagine those are the things that lure or they come and not just lure children. When you hear about the missing 401 cases, they come at nighttime to scare children. Don't hear about El Cocuy, and we hear La Cosa Mala, bulto negros. That's what it is. Same thing that scares people out there when they're searching supposedly for a Bigfoot, because it's showing itself to them, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's just a shadow. It's just a shadow of a tree." No. Yeah, because they're looking for something that's not in the flesh. It's because it's not in the flesh. I got one picture that I can show you where it's literally following me, and it's not even in the wood line. Let me find that picture and I can share it with you. Well, I'll let y'all look at this one. Let me go find this other one. If I can find it. You want to see another creepy one? Check this one out. Here's another creepy one. All right, let me take this one off. Now I'm gonna show you the other one. I just sent it. Look at that sucker. For those that have the eye to see, it's right in the center. It's got its mouth open and it's showing teeth. Let me take a screenshot of that and get it closer. All right, here we go. Let's share it. A closer look at it. Yeah, it was growling at me. So on this one, I went back to I was doing a live. I heard something growling at me, so I went back to that time slot because I looked on my phone. So I'm gonna go back to this time slot to see what was growling at me. I went back to this time slot of the growl, and that's what I captured. So here's a closer look at it. It's literally growling at me. Do you want to? I got a question for y'all. Do y'all want to see the short reel I've created it? Because it's not just growling at me; it actually moves. So it literally comes from the ground up, and then it's looking at me. Even blinks its eyes, right? Because it's in spirit form, but it seems like it's looking at me, blinking his eyes. Then it goes back into the ground. Do you want to see the short reel of it? I just gotta find it. I do have a short reel of this. If you want to see the short reel of this thing, give me a thumbs up and I'll share the short reel. Okay, here we go. I do have the short reel of it moving and everything, where it opens his mouth and closes his mouth. You want to see this footage? Real evidence here on spiritual encrypted encounters. Not a guy walking around a vehicle with a bunch of lights saying that he's hunting for something or looking for something, but the only thing you're seeing is lights because he's too afraid of the dark. So we got a thumbs up of Sister Neva's Angel. A thumbs up by Wino. Okay, let me go on the hunt for this short reel. Okay. I need to get back on YouTube. I'll find it for y'all. Let me go get it. Find this footage. I think a lot of my short reels are better to look at on HCS895 on TikTok, because when I do the short reels here on YouTube, it takes away from my short reels. It takes the length, the width. Okay, I think I might have found it here. Okay, here we go, brothers and sisters. I just don't want you to freak out with this. All right. Let me go back to y'all. You're ready for the video? The show reel? Here we go. Let's share it. Let me get it ready. Okay. Let me share it. Go straight back down to the ground. Here we go. Let's watch it. Here it is. It's going up. It came from the ground up. It's opening. It's got its mouth open. Let me see how I can make it bigger over there. I don't think I can make it any bigger. I'll play the song so that
awe and mystery which reaches from the outer limits.
Could you disprove, for example, that the Martians have bred a race of synthetic humans to save themselves from extinction?
Don't be afraid. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits.
Could you disprove, for example, that the Martians have bred a race of synthetic humans to save themselves from extinction?
Don't be afraid. You are about to experience.
I'll let it play for a little bit so y'all can see where it goes up. It's got his mouth open. He's blinking his eyes. Open his mouth wide. No, I don't see her. I don't see Amber. I don't see her in the waiting room at all. So I don't see her. But there it is. We're here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Capture things. Actually capture things because I use my senses to find things that are out there hidden in the woods. They show themselves. I'm able to capture them with video using my spiritual instincts. You could say I'm a spiritual tracker. Just put it that way. When you're blessed with a spiritual gift of discernment, you could do many things that other people can't do. Yeah, I'll drop the link one more time, but I don't see Amber. I mean, try to jump on now, Amber. Now that I'm on this screen, I'm able to see if you're trying to jump on. Yeah, click on the link And if you click on it, I'll be able to add you. Here it is. I posted it up. Real evidence, brother and sisters. Look at that sucker. It's gonna go down into the. I think he stuck his tongue out and everything. This is the first time I think I've ever seen Amber here. So you had a couple of questions for me. There you go. This is like one of the craziest videos that I got. Where he comes up. We got Andres. Is Andres Amber?
No, it's me, Abe. I wanted to see if the freaking display thing was working. Like, I'm on here now and it works for me.
Yeah. I've never seen Amber. You know Amber?
No, I have not. I don't ever recall her being on this. Not that I can remember anyway. But when I'm on here right now, so the link works.
What do you think about the brother Andres?
Well, I think
this
the
show
thing.
Reel. Look at the sticker.
Yeah, I can see it sticking out his face at you.
When it comes from the ground up, it shows his teeth. It's like smiling, and then it shows opens his mouth. Look at that. It's going up.
Yeah, I can see it's definitely sticking out its tongue before it just goes back in its mouth.
Then it shows his teeth.
A little bit.
Yeah. Then it goes straight down into the ground. I'm just showing you that, if she's trying to click on, I don't see her trying to click on because nothing is popping up here. But I wanted to share this one with y'all and just go out with a banger.
Yep.
I have evidence like this, man, of the activity that's here in Central Texas. Doesn't matter where I go, I'm going to be able to track it down. If there's something there, I'll sense it, man. I'll track it. It's something that I've done since I've been a kid. Y'all know what I've been through with the curandera and then everything throughout my life. If there's something in the home, I'll track it down, capture it, camera or whatever, can able to see it. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to share that reel. It's creepy as hell, but there you go.
Yeah, Amber, I have no idea what's the issue with you. Maybe just exit out of the browser that you're using. Just like make sure to turn off the app. And wait, hold on. Are you on iPhone or Samsung? Because I had to do the whole waiting for permission thing, and it just turns blue. When it's finished for that for me, it turns to bright blue and it says join, but Abe has to let me. I have to wait for him.
I'm not seeing her pop up at all here. Yeah, that's what I was looking to see if she would pop up, but no, it's not popping up at all.
She's on Samsung, so I'm not sure if it shows up differently on that on her device. I wish there was a way to share the screen. All right.
You think you might be doing something wrong?
I can't. I'm gonna try something different. Where is it? I doesn't know what to do. All right. So I'm basically gonna show you how I do it. I'm gonna do it on my tablet to show Amber what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm clicking on the link now. That's my device. It's setting up for me, and this is what pops up. Like it says, join as guest. I'm not sure if that's the same thing for you, Amber, but I'm gonna go by different name. I'm just gonna leave it as A, and then I'm gonna see here, and then that's what it should. I just did that as an example for Amber.
Yep. We popped up. No problem.
Yeah, I just thought a physical trial or something would show her better, so that's how I did it. Yeah, sorry for the whole echoing thing. That was not me. That was like my
Yeah.
device or something.
Yeah.
But if anybody was trying to hop on, that's how it's done. Like that's how I
Yeah.
do it every time I hop on.
Yeah. I just wanted to share the last life here with y'all. You know, hope y'all enjoyed the live tonight. Talked about a lot of different things. No, was talking about dogs, and the only reason I continue with the topic because dogs can sense things in spirit. They know when you're sick. They know there's something wrong with you. They can tell.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand that. I was curious about what Tracer encountered on the march when he was in South Korea. I was more curious about that. Like he mentioned
He,
something
he,
involving
he never
spirits.
said he never said what he's seen.
Yeah, I
I'm,
remember him talking. He never really went into much detail, but he said he might or may not have had help by his spirit. I am curious, and I'm hoping he comes back next open mic night to go into more detail in terms of concern of that. If he decides to come back, but it also feels like he was going through some other things in his life, and hopefully the talk that he had today from everyone on the panel, that he found some uh, sense of unity and maybe healed from whatever it is that was troubling him.
yes. Sometimes unseen forces will try to use people to come to see if they can find an opening or something like that. But you know, we pray here all the time, so that by itself, if anybody's trying to come in a negative way, it's not going to work. I mean, you've seen what happened with the the other day on Sunday and that didn't work because I tried to rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Uh, but yeah, even though I'm wearing a Bigfoot shirt, the only reason I bought it is because at the time that I bought this shirt, I was affiliated with some Bigfoot groups that I thought the people were friends, but I guess I found out that there wasn't really my friends because if there wasn't really my friends, that they wouldn't have booted me out from their group. In which they have to choose sides, the good old boys or whatever. But I don't believe how they believe. I believe in Jesus Christ. I don't give power to any kind of things of this nature, making people think that are real. That's why I show you the proof of what they really are. Here, spiritual encrypted encounters. Not unless somebody wants to prove me wrong. The Bigfoot community is a big community. They want to prove me wrong. Send me a picture of some evidence, and we'll talk about it. Maybe we should have an episode like that one day. I'll show you my proof. You show me your proof. Right? How you doing, Sister Amber?
Hello, Amber. Is that you?
Can you guys hear me fine?
Yes, we can hear you. You finally made it.
Okay, finally. I had to jump on my laptop to get it to open.
Ah,
Well, yeah, I don't know. My cell phone, I guess it just, I don't know. Um, I'm so great. I'm so happy to be here. I have a question for you. So I found your show through the Paranormal Roundtable. I was listening to one of the stories that Wolf had shared. It was like a couple years ago, and I came across your stories, and I started to get into the cryptids a couple years ago, when the Lord started to, share to me about like the undersea kingdoms and the mermaids and all of this, shape shifting that happens. So that's
The
kind of how I started.
Watchers,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Old, yes.
So that's kind of how I started in my journey. And but I had an event that happened to me last year specifically, and I just kind of wanted to get your feedback. And so my background, I'm Hispanic, right? And usually in the Hispanic culture, specifically like Mexico, when people are
Yeah,
sick or ill, they do like the egg thing, right? Like the
yeah.
egg
The
ritual.
curanderas,
Yeah, yeah.
the curada
So
de ojo. See,
yeah, so uh, what like, and then like they say that once they do that and then they crack the egg in the water, they can see things. I guess I wanted to know, like, how does that work? Or, I mean, not really how it works, but I'm guessing, is there any truth to if they're really able to see anything through that? Because I hadn't.
well, it depends. Sometimes when you crack the egg of the yolk, depends what kind of. Cuando están curando de susto, maybe something will happen into the egg where you're able to see something within the egg.
Yeah,
Like maybe a figure or something in which they identify themselves what it is. When they do the egg, is if a person has an unclean spirit because something had to scare the person.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if they scared the person, that means that they have an attachment. So
Hmm.
when they do the cura de ojo, the crosses all over the body and pray, they try to cast the unclean spirit into the egg. Because the egg is something living. It's like a vessel. So
Hmm.
when they crack the egg, sometimes the egg will show something, like there might be something. So you put the shell underneath the egg and just leave it there 24 hours.
Yeah,
Then you can get rid of it by the following day, and then just to cura de ojo. But sometimes if the person is really uh, being targeted spiritually through witchcraft,
yeah.
I witnessed what happened to my brother. When he was small, and I was young too, but I witnessed it where I guess a witch, a dark witch, had wished death upon my brother. And my brother one day just started jumping on the on the couch and saying he was seeing snakes and spiders and scorpions and all kinds of things like this. And he was scared. He was always falling on the ground, and the doctors didn't know what was wrong with him. I'm from I'm originally from the Rio Grande Valley,
Hmm.
so they couldn't find out what was the matter with him. And then they said, well, he's got too many high fevers. That's another thing he had. Those fevers are like 102, 103. They said as many fevers that he's got that he's gonna die. So that's when one of my aunts said, "Well, let's take him to the curandera." So we went to Tamaulipas, Reynosa, it's right along the border, and we seen there was a curandera there. Uh, she grandma. The deal was that if she healed my brother because we were poor,
Hmm.
that I had to stay with her. For a couple of months, I guess. I don't even remember how long I stayed with her because I was young. I was 3. So I remember when she grabbed my brother and she had 2 rooms. Her floors were made out of dirt. There was no dirt and it was like a hut. And then and in the other room she had a fire and she grabbed the egg and she started rubbing it on my brother and she was praying and when she cracked the egg, there was a black uh, baby chick that came out of that egg and there was blood also. I don't know what she did with the baby chick that came out of the egg, but I seen her crack it and everything. Next thing you know, my brother was healed instantly. And she said that she gave my mom the name of the woman that did my brother wrong. And she said, I'm going to send this malda back to the sender, back to her. So that's what she did. So my mother took my brother, brought him back, took him back to the States, and I stayed with her. I remember when the witches came, the dark witches, and in the form of lechuzas, there were like 12 of them. I was asleep, and she would always sleep. She had a little blanket where I would sleep, or a little cushion where I would sleep, and then she would sleep to next to me to the far right. So when I woke up, I couldn't see her, but I could hear a lot of people talking. So I got up, and I looked, and I seen her in the other room blocking the door. She had her both of her hands blocking the door, and she was talking to somebody. So when I went up to her and I looked, I just picked my head out and I looked. You could hear "Aita, Aita," and you could hear the lechuzas hitting their talons and whispering. And the other witches, they were all dressed in black, and they were like, "Give them to us." Not, the guy could understand Spanish. She said, "Give them to us. If you give them to us, we won't do nothing to you. We just want him. We want vengeance." Because what happened is when she sent the maldad back, the main witch was in charge of all of them. She died. Right. What she wished upon my brother went back to her spiritually, right? Delivered 7 times fold. So she died because she wished death upon my brother. So all night, they wanted to take me, and I stood there by her, and the curandera told me, "Go inside, métete para adentro, vete para allá para el cuarto." And I looked at the witches because there was a lot of them, and I looked at them and I said, "Not afraid." That's what I said to them, "Not afraid," because I could always feel the heavenly angels around me. And I stood there by her. We fought all night from like around 2:30 in the morning till like 5 before the sun rose. Once the sun rose, they all took off. The lechuza started. The sun started rising. The lechuzas flew, and then the witches left. So after being there for a while, and I would see her heal people and all this spiritually, she had the capabilities of literally her spirit going into the people's body, pulling out things out of their bodies like barbed wire, um, glass, scorpions, snakes, and then sometimes I would see what I call the DDN now, disembodied demonic Nephilim, which are unclean spirits, demons, where some people will be very ill, and when she will use her energy, spiritual energy, that would come out of the body, the unclean spirits, and I could see them standing by the wall. Not in the flesh, but in like spirit, which would be like a shadow figure, right? But in spirit. So it's not really a shadow, it's just spirit, a dark spirit, because they're color black. And she would look at me and she said, "Ya se fueron, ya se fueron." And then I would be looking at them. Then they would take off, and I would point that they went out the hut. And that's how she would use me to help her out, heal these people. Then I remember when my mom came, and she brought me back to the States. When I came back to the States, well, guess what followed? Because I was never the same after that. When you open up yourself to the spiritual warfare, you're part of the spiritual warfare, fighting the front lines. And all my life, that's what happened. Those brujas came to my house, and then the same numbers that were there, they were, because they wanted vengeance, so they kept on messing with us, since I was like 3 all the way till like I was 11, till I got tired.
There's a picture that I heard that said once your eyes are open to the spirit world, it's like you can see it's like you can see them and then they can see you, so it's very hard to unsee.
Yeah, I was never the same. I was never the same, as in I was open to it spiritually. Going to school, seeing the kids where the dark shadow figures would come and go into their body, and then the kids would act different. I started like demons of perversion, where they start grabbing themselves and stuff like that. And then I go up to my friends and I'll say, "Leave them alone." And then the unclean spirit would jump out of my friends, and they'll be normal. So yeah, so a lot of things that people see how a person acts It's not necessarily the person acting that way. It's just unclean spirits that's making a person act that way. For example, we see it in society right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are being demonized.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know the difference if you're a male or a boy, that's what they're doing. They're corrupting the vessel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the Bible says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and rulers. Because it's not against the human, but it's the spirits that are afflicting or influencing the humans to do these evil and wicked and perverse things. And
Go ahead.
my grandpa, when he died, somebody did witchcraft on him in Mexico, and my aunts took him to a curandera. She had like a little hut, and she did. My aunts and my mother explained that she did this like surgery with her hands in his stomach, and then she had like a fire going, and then she just threw something in the fire, and when the fire was gone, it was like a snake. But then
Where in Mexico was this?
I
This
think
curandera?
where this happened was in Durango.
Durango.
Yeah, but or in Oaxaca. I'm not sure, but I think it was in Durango. But and then when that was happening, my family, my grandma was getting attacked by like some lechuzas and stuff, and like they were smelling sulfur, and the house was on fire. But they would go out, and then there was no fire. So
Yeah, there were summoning portals, doing incantations to cause that kind of activity around the house, las brujas.
yeah, my family they were scared, but they didn't. But they believe in God, so they didn't fear, as in like just cower down. But they just kept fighting, and then those witches finally left. But I guess I was asking about the whole egg thing because I've seen that my whole life growing up. But I had a specific event happen last year in my family, specifically to my son, and my aunt was able to see through the egg things. But she's always had the gift of seeing. Like she can see pictures, and then she sees spirits, or she sees manifestations. I was asking you if they can also
You know,
appear in pictures.
you know,
Yeah.
they try to hide anything that's living, and a picture is a form of something living. Not just pictures, mirrors,
Yeah.
anything with a reflection that can go into also. I'll give you an example of that, of this unclean spirits. Uh, my son was like 3 years old, and he would go to sleep with me on my bed, and I was asleep, and then my dad had given me this picture, right, of me when I was a kid in a little suit. So at nighttime in my room, I could feel my son jumping on the bed, and then sometimes he'll drop an elbow on me. So I'm like, what the hell is he jumping in the dark? When I go turn on the light, my son wasn't even in my bed because I had his little bed there too, and he'll be sleeping in his bed. It's like, what the hell's going on here? So for about a week or two, same thing. I could feel somebody jumping, landing on me. When I would turn on the light, there'll be nobody there. My son be asleep. So one day I'm talking in the living room with my nephew, and we're just talking late at night, and he's tired. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm awake. But my nephew's dozing off, and then I seen something. I seen something sitting in the corner over there, and my nephew says, "Do you see that, Unc? Do you see that, Unc?" I said, "What did you see?" He said, "Well, I seen you in the little suit sitting there," and that's what I'd seen, right? So I got up and went up to where the picture was. When I look at the picture, it didn't look like a picture of me as a kid. The face looked all freaked out. You could see like black moving through the face of the picture. So I grabbed the picture, took it outside, and I burned it. Got rid of it. And it was the only picture I had of me as a child. I just didn't want to do nothing with it because I could see the unclean spirit in the picture. So I got rid of it, burned it.
So it attached to the object, just like it would, just like it would do to any other object, right? That's how we should pray and anoint it with oil, anything that we can.
Yeah. I just didn't know what somebody did to that picture. What kind of maldad they put on it, because apparently the negative, whatever anybody did, or it was an unclean spirit was there and it was coming to cause chaos and havoc in my house. Once I got rid of the picture, all the activity stopped. I'm able to see. I do cleansings of homes and stuff like that, where I've gone to people's homes where their children are getting attacked, their legs are getting pulled, or they're being scratched, or wake up with bites, and I go and get the unclean spirits out of their home. And sometimes those unclean spirits enter. The only way they'll enter a home if there's an opening, which a lot of people might have. When you're arguing, or if the husband and wife are arguing all the time, that can attract negativity. If you got vengeance in your heart, that's not good. If you're believing in other things, that's not good.
Movies.
If you're afraid of what you're seeing or sensing what's happening, that's another opening to use, just to take a stronghold of your household or even your vessel. So yeah, that's why you got to place Jesus Christ first at all times. And number one, maintain your heavenly love foundation. Forgiveness, it will be the thing. Forgive. And some people tell me, I can forgive, but I can forget. But you got to forgive truthfully, because Jesus Christ, Heavenly Father, right? Forgiveness is part of love. He's a forgiving God. So you have to forgive in order for your love foundation to get that stronger. Then He can bless you with the spiritual gift of discernment. And when that's even going to open you up more spiritually, but to assist you to fight the spiritual warfare.
And so you can help others through that.
Exactly.
And
just like this spiritual encrypted encounters, this is what it's about. That's why I do the late night feeds to help out people spiritually, just like you are here. And Fridays we talk about the Lechuza Bruja Friday. I do the show also so people can understand. I'm more sure you got all kinds of stories.
Yeah. With that event that happened last year, I was very plagued by unforgiveness. I mean, I've been a father. I've been a believer in the Lord, like a born again believer for since 2018. No, like 2017. So it's been a while. Like I've been walking with the Lord for a while, and He's shown me a lot. But I really had a test last year, and the Lord was said, "Let it go, let it go," because also the enemy wants to corrupt our heart, so that way with unforgiveness. So then that's a barrier, so that we cannot be used and become vessels for the Lord and for the kingdom. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
We literally got to forgive daily. I forgive people daily. Sometimes it's not the person's fault. Sometimes it uses people to come up against you.
Yes.
I remember there was this guy when I used to work at the Walmart distribution center. He always had a smile, and he would always tell me good morning. I always tell him good morning. He's always in a good mood. Then one day, I'm there and I say good morning. And then he looks at me and he starts screaming at me. Like just screaming at me, acting all different. Then I look and I could see something moving in his face. I said, "Oh," and I looked at him and I said, "God bless you, brother. Have a beautiful, blessed day." And the unclean spirit left his body. Then he looked at me with a smile, his smile, and he said, "You too, brother." He didn't even know that he had a negative attachment on him. But that's why you have to be careful, right? That's why we have to forgive. The enemy doesn't want. The enemy isolates people, so they won't be united spiritually through Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And sometimes that's what I battle here. There's certain individuals that come at me in a negative way because I speak the truth. Even though I'm wearing a Bigfoot shirt, I don't believe Bigfoot is in the flesh. What I've witnessed, it's this unclean spirits, demonic entities. That's what a Bigfoot is, or any cryptid is.
Yeah. Yeah, and also too with everything, you know, about this is 2026, about 3 years ago, I was learning a lot more about cryptids and lycanthropy, which is werewolves. There was a pastor in
Ship
Africa that,
Skinwalker. That's what.
yes, yes, there was a pastor in Africa that shared his testimony. He's passed away now, but he shared that he used to be really, really, you know, deep into Satanism. And then
Yeah.
one of the rituals that they do is there's like one of the highest levels is they can turn into wolves. Um, but they also have, well, I don't want to get sidetracked. I have a lot of
Oh, that's
stories to
fine.
share, but
This is.
but
I was showing a picture of one of those earlier of a Chip Skinwalker. Let me see
yeah.
if I can find it while you share the story. Let me find it
Oh, okay,
so I
so
can put it up while you share the story
okay,
of the Chip Skinwalker. Just need
he
to find it real quick.
he
There
mentioned
we
about
go.
that the he didn't call it a cult. They have a name, or I guess they call themselves the society. So the society, they you know, they're all into the deep black magic stuff, right? But one of the highest orders of the black magic rituals is to convert or in, you know, transform into a werewolf or shapeshift. But it's all demonic
Hmm.
powers. Like
Yeah.
there's a physical change that happens in the human body that does that effect. And well, that's what he was explaining. So as I was
They still
learning,
they make deals, they make pacts with
exactly.
demons
Hmm.
through the witchcraft and the witchcraft, the blood, their blood pacts, that they
Yeah.
make. But God is a forgiving God that He can forgive
Yeah.
people that they were to
Yes.
turn to Him and ask Him for help. But yeah, it's all dealing with magic or witchcraft.
Yeah. And the same with vampires. There was a pastor that he's still alive. He also shares his testimony that he was undergoing that process to become a vampire. He was so deep into the occult, and then the Lord delivered him. So when I hear these stories, I like to learn just so I understand, you know, kind of what's going. Like in your case, these entities do manifest spiritually, but there's also a physical that happens to a person that's
Yeah,
like
well,
actively wanting to do that.
I see them, but when I see them, it's spirit. And one thing you got to do is, what it doesn't matter what you're seeing. If it's in spirit, shadow figure, dog man, werewolf, skinwalker, you put that to the test spiritually. Put the spirit to the test. You type on Greek in the name of Jesus Christ,
He
and
takes
it's
the
gonna
spirit.
be gone. It's gonna be
Mhm.
gone when you call upon the Heavenly Father. And that's what I've noticed with all these things. When you type on Greek in Jesus Christ, and they flee.
Yeah.
No difference in the legion; it'll flee also. As brujas, I've overcome a lot of people that were in the dark arts spiritual warfare, because they come after me. They all know who I am spiritually, because I do work with the Heavenly Love Foundation, and they come at me. All throughout my life. If I were to say 200 people or 300 people that have come up against me, just a little bit.
Wow.
But I don't focus on the people. The only thing I focus on is maintaining my Heavenly Love Foundation, because Je- Jesus Christ, right, or the Heavenly Father, He's
Hmm.
our protector and avenger. He's the one that handles the things spiritually.
Amen.
We just got to maintain our Heavenly Love Foundation and continue to do the good works, awaken our brothers and sisters in Christ.
Yeah, and I just wanted to also say to you that I thank you for the work that you're doing. A lot of people don't really understand the power that we have as a believer in Christ, that we don't have to fear these attacks. We don't have to fear these night terrors. We don't have to fear this poltergeist activity or these manifestations, no matter what it is, if it's vampires or werewolves or all of these weird
Yeah.
cryptids, they all come under the feet of the Lord Jesus Christ. So I just want to tell you that I thank you and I really appreciate the work that you're doing.
Well, you're
Um,
welcome. And you know
more
what?
people need to hear that, you know.
No, King, if you give power and believe, that's the worst thing somebody can do, is believe in that.
Hmm.
Because if if the structure is demonic behind all that, you know, like any cryptid, vampires, whatever, aliens, UFOs, whatever you want to put in there, if it's the demons causing that, then you you might have an opening because if you're believing it. So I would say, do not believe into it, but put whatever you see to the
Test.
spiritual test. Tie, bind, and rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ. So imagine this: if you're seeing a gray alien or a green alien, and you say, "I tie, bind, and rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ," and it disappears, and it smells like sulfur pestilence, then
Yes.
what is it truly is?
Yes.
What is true nature?
Darkness, evil is the devil. And it's
Darkness
minions.
is demonic. I've seen a manifestation of a Bigfoot, you know, that brushed against me, tried to take over my vessel, but I tied, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. You know, that one I didn't really get to tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. He burst against me, so I went immediately into prayer. It went through me. I braced for the impact, and it went through me, and I started feeling weird. So I started praying to, you know, call upon the Heavenly Father to cleanse my body and to protect me, because it was like it was trying to take over my vessel. So yeah, I've had it where I've seen the DD, the dog man, and these different manifestations of beasts that they take, and I type and rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ with true faith and believe in Jesus Christ with a heavenly foundation, and boom, they disappear. Sometimes they leave a sulfuric smell, you know, like cousin Jesus say, smells like rotten eggs, or they'll leave like black goo behind, you know, because they're going. You know, when you hear people say that the Bigfoots go through the tree, through a portal in the tree, you know, that they're supposed to be flesh. No, it's because they're demonic. They're just going back to where they came from.
It's all demonic.
Yeah, there's demonic in nature. Some people don't believe that. You know, they want to say, "Oh, it's not all demonic." Well, I got a lot of proof here of this, the things that are in spirit. But how many people? The only thing that I see is people in costume and AI when it comes to cryptids. Really, nothing that really somebody's captured, you know, that stands out. I mean, I've seen some of the pictures that some people have that are spirits, but that's what they are, you know, like dark entities. I got some short reels here where they move right beside me during the day, and you can just see something black mass pass right beside me. But you gotta protect. You know, I would suggest pray before you do something, during and after. Gotta protect your body. If you're helping out somebody, praying for somebody, pray before you go into prayer to help them. Pray during and after the prayer to protect you. You got to protect yourself also.
Amen. Amen. Okay, well, I think that's it for me because I have to go to work, be there by 6, so I need to try to get at least an hour of sleep. But if you're going to have another live night, I would love to join.
Oh, sure. I think you might have been here before. I'm not sure. There's somebody that jumped on here.
Yeah, she's been here a couple
I
times.
tried.
Babe.
Yeah, because you're the one that works, right? During the. I
No,
thought somebody
maybe.
was here.
I've
Yeah,
tried to.
tomorrow we have, or tonight we'll have Lechuza Bruja Friday.
Okay.
You're more than welcome. Come and join if you got some stories. I would I'd love to hear them.
Okay, wonderful.
So,
Well,
where are you originally from? California?
no. I born and raised in Houston.
Houston, Texas. Yeah,
Houston. Yeah. So,
I'm from Texas myself.
Okay. Yeah, you're from like the border, right?
Temple.
Well, originally I was originally from the border. Joined the military, and I stayed over here by nearby Fort Hood.
Yeah,
So I
I
live in
remember.
Temple, Texas right now. I used to live in Killeen, Texas.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's I haven't really moved officially out of the state yet, but my family is from Mexico, my dad and my mom, so I grew up very Mexican. But so I have a lot of stories and a lot of weird things that's that that happened, and I read a lot, so I've read a lot of other stories from other people around the world that
Yeah.
share different
Uh,
transformations, how
I got a lot of crazy short reels. I got them on YouTube, but they take away from the width of the pictures. But on TikTok, if you got TikTok, they're under CS895. I got it shows a full picture of the things that I capture out there. I think I have a picture of Sabruja, so I can share that tomorrow. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll probably go live like around, what's a good time? Like around 10 o'clock. I normally go live at 11, but I know Houston is a different time frame than
Yeah,
here.
no. You know, whatever you guys decide, if I'll get the notification, then I'll just join.
Alrighty.
Yeah, live.
Well,
Okay.
thank you for coming
Well,
on, and you're more than welcome
thank you for your
tomorrow.
patience. Thank you to everybody. Andres, nice to meet you, and I'll
Nice to
talk
meet
to you
you.
guys later. Okay. Have a good
All right.
day.
God
God
bless.
bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
All right, Dave, I'm gonna head out too.
Very interesting, man. You know me. That's why I specialize in and all that, man.
Yep. All right. Well, Abe, it's already getting close to 3:30, and I
Yeah,
want to get
I'm
some
gonna
sleep
call
too.
it.
All right. Well, thanks for letting me on, man. Interesting
Thank you,
night
brother
tonight,
Andres.
and I'm take care. And may God bless you. I'm gonna be a chat until you sign off. All right.
Alrighty, brother.
All right. Take care, man. God bless you.
God bless you too. Well, there you go, folks. We had I think, a pretty good show. Good guest at the end here. Looking forward to if they want to jump on for Tuesdays and Thursdays. But tomorrow, you're welcome to come tomorrow for Bruja Friday. I'm more sure you got all kinds of stories, so I would like you to join tomorrow night, or should I say later on tonight, Friday evening. I hope everything is okay, Shay by King. Uh, yeah, there was a lot of talking, Shay by King. But sometimes you have to talk to people to understand where they're coming from, right? Uh, you gotta talk to individuals to understand where they're coming from, what they're going through, so you can understand them. You know, it's not like I say, okay, we're gonna talk about Bigfoot and Bigfoot only. And nobody can argue about me what I say about Bigfoot, because Bigfoot is very real. No, not when you have videos of people in costume and videos of AI Bigfoots uh, and all this stuff, right? But they're more in spirit. Even the elders will tell you that they're demonic in nature. The natives, the elders will tell you they're demonic in nature. And if there is a place where they supposedly have them, where's a picture of it? Show me a family of Bigfoots. You ain't going to find it nowhere. There's a lot of AI right now happening. That's why you have to maintain your faith and believe in Jesus Christ, brothers and sisters. But in saying that, I want to thank to all the guests that were here tonight. Thank you all for jumping on. Um, Trying to think of what else here before I go. Trying to get like a couple of minutes. Yeah, tune in tonight. Uh, Bruja Lechuza Friday, includes anything spiritual. I'm going to try to gather up as many pictures that I have of the spiritual aspect of things, so we can have a good show later on tonight. But in saying that, God bless every single one of y'all and your families. This is Brother Apsias Sarncias signing off for Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Peace out, everybody.